Oh,
Doctor,
there we
what are
go.
you muttering there?
Early start
I
today.
won't force you to restart
Because
them.
we're doing... Yeah, I'm gonna leave the timer up there.
Them.
Well, we're gonna do some pulls today. So yeah. We're gonna do the final pulls, actually, of this banner. But yeah, hi Liz. Welcome everyone. How are y'all doing? Yeah, how you doing, Liz? Just, yeah, started to start. So we can get through this and then continue reading through guide ahead. I'm gonna leave the timer on. Usually it ends in the first couple pulls. But yeah, hopefully everything is going well. Hopefully, yeah, everything works well. I am trying a new emulator, a different emulator rather. So, you know, see how it goes, especially in the pools where it lags. So I guess it's gonna be the test right away. Because man, Google, okay, it seems to be lagging a little bit already. But yeah, Google Play was really lagging at first. Bad Blaze won't go home and I got lost child. No, I really want Blaze 2, yeah. Oh, 5-star. I really want Blaze 2 and yeah, she hasn't come home either. Oh gosh, who we get? Because I am planning to spark, yeah, Surfer. So hopefully this is the last Surfer we get for now. Please, Surfer. I'm trusting you. I'm betting on you. Should we do at least one 10 pool? I don't see why not, right? Because let's do one 10 pool. Because we have bunched up and, you know, I'm saving up for the next limited, which won't be for a while. So, you know, let's see how it goes. Let's see. Let's just do it right away. Still 1 minute for the timer. Okay. So we officially haven't started, but, you know, let's see. Let's see. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, I was thinking maybe blue bugs. Imagine blue bugs. Oh gosh. 3? Was it Surfer? Did I just skip or would it be someone? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it in case it's someone new. But yeah, hope you're able to get Blaze. We'll see what happens here, but you know, hopefully there is a good sign for you. A lot of 4 stars though. I welcome that. It's weird because it's lagging here on the emulator too. So I think the pools are just really laggy for some reason. Greenbuds, hey. What?
She said it was fine though. Now that I've signed it, I get to come here to hang out all the time.
All time. Hold on. Yeah, the sound was a little low on my end. There we go. Catapult. Wait. I thought it was only 5 stars at the end. Oh, Proviso. Hello.
I'm your new legal consultant. If you need to call me by a code name, then use Proviso.
That's
Let me get this out.
yeah. You're good. Cool.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh gosh, there we go. Final server. Well, it's fine. It's fine. We can at least get the things from the 75 spark, whatever. Let's just keep doing singles. Let's see. Skip. Great. Big nap. Let's do. Okay, we have 12 more pulls to do. Well, 11 with this one. Let's see if we can get something in the meantime. Hey Mateo, welcome in. Oh, okay. Pull down the timer. And let's see what we got. 4-star. Okay, a lot of 4 stars. Again, fine for the certificates. Not the worst. I mean, I could do one last 10 pull here, but you know, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save for this time. Let's see. 3-star. Okay, it seems like the banner is now winding down, mayhaps. We'll see. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Skip. Nope. Only rope. Okay. I still remember the time I thought Surfer was an ordinary NPC sprite. I mean, even her playable form does look like she used to be an NPC, doesn't she? Is this... Oh, 6-star. Okay, let's see what we got. I thought it was a 5-star. It's hard to recognize now. I think they changed it, right? Oh gosh, please, please. What the heck? Heaven holds. Is this a sign to build them or something? Do I need to go... Yes, might want to speak up a little. Is this a sign to build mythic caster knights? What are we doing? Let's see. Come on. Oh, 5-star right away. I mean, another surfer. Okay, got 6 more pulls. Let's see what we got. Come on. Okay, 4-star. Hi, Podenko. Bye, Podenko. Come on, please. Okay. Tage, hello. This might be it, because we already got a 6-star. And I was hoping there will be like a... Yeah, the game will take pity on me. And give me one more. And yeah, they did, but... Yeah, just not the one we wanted. Okay, 3 more pulls. Let's see. Surface debut is very... Yeah, was it featured in the event at all? Because I feel like sometimes they just throw in 5 stars and they're not featured in the event. Like Techno, right? Like Techno wasn't featured in the event at all. They just kind of made their playable just like... Here, dang. Kinda. Okay, 3-star. 1 more pull, come on. Come on, Arknights. Oh, come on, come on. No, yeah, I was gonna say it took too long. Usually when it takes too long, it's 3-star, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she's in Surfer's event. I just meant if she was in this event. Because I do remember she was from that other event with, she showed up with Cold Shot. And yeah, there you go. Well, max her out. I should have gotten the other one. The, what do you call it? The spark before doing this. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Okay, just look at one more of these. Eben holds for some reason, you know, a little cheaper. Sure, it's fine. I should build them. Should build more Zwillingsstorm, or not Zwillingsstorm, but you know, what was that continent called again? Or that continent, that region called? Oh gosh. Sorry, getting used to the new overlay with the emulator. What's it called? Lithanian, yeah. Could build more Lithanian people. That'll be cool. Get something here. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Let's keep it there for now. I guess let's do the spark right away. Cause yeah, I mean I'm definitely not doing 300. Imagine. I could. I do have enough, but I don't think I should. I think I'm just gonna keep it as that. And yeah, I guess just hope that maybe in the free ones we get something. Hopefully. Oh, I just clicked on this. There we go. If not, you know, she is a standard, so you know, hopefully we'll get her eventually.
Hello,
But yeah, for now we just do the spark. Right, for the Thanian people. I agree. Hi, go. Welcome in. Let's see. Well, what we got? Okay. Yeah, we almost got enough for next month getting the golden certificates. So yeah. Yeah, that was everything. We did get a 6-star, in case you didn't see, though. But it was Eben Holt's repeat. So yeah, I think that's a sign to get, I was gonna say, some mythic caster knights going. Yeah, because there's some mythic casters that I really want to build. Like Iris and Harmony. I think that's all the mythic casters I got. You're not, yeah, you're a splash caster. But I should build you too, because of Frozen. Right? Don't you deal freeze, startle resistance? What? Unit instant. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, but there's cold. Yeah. Interesting. So inflicts status effects, but also inflicts, or yeah, has elemental resistance. Weird, or not elemental, status resistance. Yeah. Anyway. One day Aren will be able to one-shot units? What do you mean one-shot units? Like mythic casters? Someday. Anyway. I always find it weird that it tells you all these labels as new. Anyway. Now, let's actually get into it. Let's continue guide ahead. We left off... We did 4, right? 4 was the last one? Where it crashed, which is why I'm using a new emulator, a different emulator. Yeah, this definitely was the last one, because we ended with, yeah, them going to, can most of them understand if you meant singer. Yeah, they were gonna come here right to the church, because they saw the flowers. So yeah, pretty sure. Oh, Eben is famous for one-shotting elites. That's his main. Wait, really? I thought Evan was just okay. Like, I still was down for to build him, because it seemed like he was kind of quirky. He will get kind of quirky if you build him. Maybe, is it because of the module, or from the top? Like, originally he was like that. Interesting. Yeah, because I don't remember hearing him if he was too OP. But that's cool either way. Mythic Caster, he stacks 5 attacks and then... Oh, right. Because he stacks attacks. Interesting. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah. That makes me even more convinced that I should build them. So yeah, why not? Not right now though, but... You know, I don't have that much money right now. But I could get him at least a new one. So I remember. I'll try to do that after this. There are setups where the one-shot bosses with the buff squads. That's really cool. Yeah, sure. Does it do any type of elemental damage? I don't think it does, right? But yeah, I was wondering if it will combine with other Lethanian units. No. Let's see. Let's continue from here. If I missed anything... No, seems like we're good. Okay. Oh, he didn't get necrosis on the module. Interesting. So, I'm wondering, yeah, if we could combo with... Well, definitely combo with Virtuos. Yeah, okay. I'll think about it, because that did sound familiar. But yeah, let's continue for now. Does the mouse look different? Oh, you can't even see the mouse, can you? Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah. Mouse looking different from the different emulator. Anyway. Weary-eyed Gravedigger. Mouse reveal, yeah. Let's see. How deep are we? Pasty-faced Gravedigger. Reckon we should dig a little more? It'll all be a wasteland here sooner or later. It's not like you could stick wheels under the grapes. Folks want to leave behind some trace of their lives after they die. But it's all a pointless dream, sadly. Might as well ask for a cremation and have your ashes scattered in the wilderness. That will put us out of a job, though. True enough. If you ask me, grapes aren't for the dead. It's the living who need these things. The ceremonies and the big chunk of rocks that goes on top of them. Those are the things that folks say their goodbyes to before starting anew. Until it's their turn to bite the dust. Okay. Just casual gravedigger conversations, I guess. Let's see. Hey, Anduin. The preparations for the ritual are almost complete. I'm not sure. I don't feel so good today. Mama. Mr. Fire, I was really happy yesterday. Rosella told me about lots of fun stuff. We prepared for the funeral together. And it felt like I was doing something for Mama. But we're done with everything now. What comes next? I think I worked really hard for Mama. When the gravediggers are chill, yeah. Yeah, this seems like it's really either really low or... I don't know, there's this... Oh, okay, I guess it was just really low on the emulator, my bad. Thanks for pointing it out. No wonder, I was like increasing my own sound. Because I thought it was only on my end, but yeah, thank you for pointing it out. A lot of piano in this, yep. There you go. But, can Mama see all that? I thought it was just really low for this. Does all of this really mean something? Mr. Fryer, have you gone through this a lot? When it happens, during the funeral, what should I do? And what do I do once it's over? Right. The funeral. You're still young, but I don't want to hide anything from you. We do a lot of things for others, but in the end, we do it for ourselves. Cecilia, this isn't selfishness. Rather, it just means that, ultimately, everything that the living do is to mold and shape themselves. We do funerals and say our goodbyes when our loved ones leave us, but it's also a respite for ourselves. It's a way to mark the road that we've trodden. Many grown-ups use this as a way to find peace, but whether they truly find it, or indeed anything, isn't the fault of the funeral itself. It really is up to us after we go through the thing. Once we are done looking back and resting, we must keep going forward.
But where do we go after that?
That is something you need to ask yourself, Cecilia. This is a question that only you can answer yourself, and it's a question that both you, I, and everyone must answer in our lifetimes.
Ask myself.
Only you can find the right way the right way forward for yourself, and it is only with your own two legs that you can walk that path.
What about you, Mr. Fryer? You know so much. What is your road like?
I can't answer you that. I'm afraid I can't even say I found it. It's a tough search and a sad journey. It makes you wonder if the way forward ever truly exists.
Sounds like he's looking for a guide himself, huh?
But I haven't given up. And that is why I and my brothers and sisters call ourselves the Pathfinders.
Pathfinders.
Interesting. Oh. How we doing, SL? Candelabra. Where does one find... Somebody's there. That delivery from the hospital? Patia, was it? And the legatus called Aren too. Let's see where his path leads him. Let's see. Hey, Aren. I really don't get it. What is that guy even doing?
What's your words, Aren?
This is the perfect time to act. There are lots of things we could be doing besides wasting time on a funeral.
And I thought you were close to the girl's mother. How cold-blooded of you.
And I already made my decision when I told Anduin about Cecilia. She's capable of knocking this city off its godly throne. That also means she can shake the saint who's always hiding beneath the red and gold curtain, and plenty of others beside.
Wait, I wonder if they want to expose Cecilia's condition to basically show like the whole Sancta thing is a sham, right? We're all sarcasm. I hope there is a guy ahead. This truly was our guide ahead. Should have meant guide. It was funny, kinda. It was funny still.
What is he talking about?
Sancta wants to bring down his holy city with the help of a mixed blood girl? Scandalous.
Running so close to the very top of power structure. Yeah, it is weird. You make it sound like I just want to burn it all down for no good reason. I said capable. That doesn't mean we have to do it. In fact, if we don't do it, then her worth as a bargaining chip is that much more. I just have to make sure Cecilia doesn't end up in the Pope's hands. On that point at least, Anduin and I are aligned.
Interesting. A word of advice. I don't know what kind of tricks you're trying to play with Cecilia, but do not forget the promise you made to the guide.
Thanks for the tip. I don't mind walking this path and you folks for a little longer, with you folks. Now you'll have to excuse me. I have better places to be than a funeral. Damn.
Looks like they aren't all on the same wavelength. But what worries me more is that there's a legatus involved. I'll take Cecilia and leave once the funeral is over.
Yep, probably a good call. Hopefully that's enough time. Or it's not too late by then. Cecilia! Senor Eso, the funeral will be starting soon. Good luck, Eso, yeah. We'll see what happens.
Anduin, I don't care about your grand ideals, and I'm not interested in discussing faith with you. So once the funeral is over, I'm living with Cecilia.
Where will you go?
None of your concern.
It's time to light the candles, Senor Eso. Go, be with Cecilia. The early spring mornings are still frigid here in Laterano. Sancta funerals are often accompanied by laughter, music, sweets,
and the occasional inconsequential explosion. The departed become one with the Holy Spirits and return to heaven. This is worthy of celebration. But there is another kind of Sancta funeral unknown to other races. Oh. On a certain hour of a certain day, a great sorrow will seize all Sancta by the throat. They will not be able to move, breathe, or avert their eyes. Each and every fragile soul will be swept away as if by the floodwaters of a broken dam. Yet neither the joy of the former nor the awesome power of the latter can be found today in Ecclesia Requietum of Pagos Tevonas. I have a plan, Anduin. What's the plan? Yes. It's like, dang, if you're not gonna share it then. Whatever. We find only... did I skip something? No. We find only a frail girl, trying her hardest to swing the absurdly unwieldy shovel in her hands. Unwieldy shovel. A girl trying to shovel the last bit of dirt onto her mother's resting place. The line that you spoke of? About the funeral, or... the... must witness an ocean of faith? The mention of the Holy Spirit in heaven, or... Oh, the collective. Yeah, that is interesting. Huh. When we were talking about the Sarkas, about the... what's it called? I already forgot. Yeah. Oh, on a certain hours of a certain day. Its sorrow will seize all signs of the throat. They will not be able to move, breathe, or avert their eyes. Interesting. Like a apocalypse type situation? Go, Cecilia. It's time to say goodbye. To say goodbye, I'm assuming? But it said see goodbye, so yeah. Sancta are weird, yeah. Mama, what should I do? When I think to myself that I'm doing this for Mama, I don't feel scared of anything. I feel like I can do anything. It feels like I've gotten a little stronger since you've been gone. Is it because I got a little older? But Mr. Essel says I won't get to see you anymore. Even if I grow up and grow even stronger, I won't see you again, right? When I do a good job, you won't be there to reward me. When I do something bad, you won't be there to get angry at me. So, why should I grow up? Mr. Fryer says I'm doing your funeral and saying goodbye to you, for myself. What does it mean to do something for myself? I'm scared, Mama. A few days ago, a prioress lady that I don't know told me that whether we do it with tears or smiles, the ones who are leaving us will accept our goodbyes. I don't get it. Mama, should I cry or should I smile? Mr. Fryer said it's a question for myself, but I don't know. There is no rush, Cecilia. You still have lots of time. Oh. Too bad then that yours just ran out. Is it Fiametta? Oh, Ostima, hi. You're just blowing up a funeral, why don't you? Hey, been a while. I finally got you, Antoine. Ostima, Fiametta, my dear old friends, long time no see. If you're here to mourn the dead, I'm afraid you came a little too late. That's alright. We can always make some more. But damn, Fiametta. Okay, let's calm down. Let's all calm down for a second. Oh gosh. Well, that goes into the stage, so I don't think there was much calm. After time. Let's go. Yeah, it's so cool how seamlessly it flows into a thing. Angry Bird crushing girls, mama funeral, yeah. The Angry Bird, yeah. Yeah. This is crazy, yeah, seeing the, quote-unquote main characters, or the protagonists being the ones that are actually crashing things, messing things up. Dang. Let's see. Cecilia, watch out! Mr. Essel! Guide, we have to hold our ground.
It's you! Cecilia isn't your bargaining chip! Essel, give her to me! Hey, Essel! What's the big idea? Don't tell me you're working with this... Yeah, shut up. Heretics? Terrorists? Apostates? Are those the only names that the church can come up with? Out of the way, Patia. You were right, Fiammetta. It's not easy to change the way someone thinks. That goes for both of us. Are we the baddest? Yeah. You look like you're doing well. Much thanks to you. You look like you've aged a lot, though, guide. I have you to thank for that, too. The gunshot wound took forever to heal. Not bad. Definitely better than having her shoot you. That is true. Lemon almost died. I know. It was the better option over her bullet. Looks like that mental illness of yours hasn't gotten any better. Damn. If I recall correctly, I talked about it in Babel. Oh, in Babel, okay. It was about a spell that Logos Mama casted upon the death of Theresa when she died. All Sarkas fell. Oh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I do remember that, yeah, they all felt it. Even the people at Victoria, right, that Theresa was like, oh yeah, you know what's happening, right? Interesting. Was it? Oh yeah. Hey kid, you must be Essel. Another legata? What should I... Oh, just fade out to fade in again. But, okay. Huh? A fallen angel? Miss Fiammetta? Oh, she took off the hoodie, okay. Miss Fiammetta, what's going on? Ah, you fell. Of course, you shot at me. You can't feel anymore. So I use my eyes to see and mind to think. And my mind to think. The little girl there is Cecilia, right? Miss, you have horns, but you also have a halo. Are you a Sancta? Maybe? I don't exactly know, actually. Listen, Essel, bring Cecilia over here. She'll be fine. Yeah, she took the hood off. I don't know why I didn't notice. I'm supposed to trust a fallen angel? I gotta be more trustworthy than a piece of livery. Yeah, kinda, yeah. Hey, you mean that over there, right? Just the face thing. I don't think so. I think she meant you, by the way. Mostima, we haven't finished her mother's funeral yet. Whoa, I almost bought into that. Are you really such a dutiful Are you really such a dutiful curate for this Ecclesia Requietum, Anduin? Mostima, did you follow me here just to catch up on old times? Essel, have you made up your mind yet? Cecilia, we gotta go. I meant both, yeah. Oh yeah. Miss Cecilia, you aren't done yet. Right. Anduin, you got a decent crowd here. You brought so many with you just to get Cecilia? Oh, almost forgot. I have a message for you. It's from the guy in the lock and key. Your bravery is commendable, but you won't like the final answer. Thank you for that. I may not be fortunate enough to walk my path with it, but I benefit greatly from its opening my eyes all those years ago. Yeah, what's the deal with that lock and key? Interesting. Look at you. Are you sure you're benefited? Is that one of the things that they talk about, but we're not supposed to know yet exactly what it is? You remember what is inside? Nope. Wait. Yeah. Only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. What? No good. Essel, stand back. What? What? Domain expansion? What just happened? Such a great phrase, yeah. Yeah, it sounded kind of funny, but it is good, yeah. It was the Life Once Fair mode. Oh. Huh. Can you believe it? I saw an ocean formed of faith. Through the lock and key thing? Oh. Domain expansion blow you up, yeah.
That concludes the report for this operation. Some of my colleagues present were involved in the incident. If you have anything to add, please do.
Brothers and sisters, I propose we immediately declare a state of emergency across the entire city. Anduin is already enough trouble to deal with, but now we have a mixed blood sancta in our hands too.
Good night, Giovanni. The conference is set to open soon. Surely you know that a state of emergency would lead to panic among the envoys.
Your Eminence, we face a dangerous element. If a little panic could solve the problem at hand, I consider that an easy win.
His Holiness has been planning this conference for years. The Summit of Nations. It could be the key to Laterano's primacy on Lens as we know it. But now, a panic threatens to destroy this city.
Primacy? Okay, what does primacy mean? Okay, that's what? No. The fact of being primary, preeminent, or more important. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, it was a part of a pheromone same as Ursula's pocket watch. Oh, interesting. Huh. So pheromones play a big part too, huh? Because I haven't read much on pheromones.
Hey Aurelius, welcome in.
I saw an ocean made of faith, gave me chills on my first breath when background went dark.
Yeah, that was intense. It was like, what just happened? But let's see. And how do you know that Anduin won't bring this conference to ruin if you leave him be?
No need to worry, Gun Knight Giovanni. We're talking about a group of desperate people without a future, and a small girl of unknown background.
Oren, how do you think we Laterans have enjoyed peace for a millennium? It is because we stayed vigilant, taking no chances with such uncertainties.
Even though Laterans set off explosions in the streets day in and day out, huh?
Right. Kinda didn't watch like all the stream what's going on. It's a lot. I realize. I don't know if I'll be able to catch you up that well, but well, I don't know if you saw that Cecilia is a mixed blood, so they are trying to chase her down, and then we met up with this, the Pathfinders, which is like this group cult type deal with Anduin at the lead, and Anduin is also someone in Fiameta's and Mostima's past. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I will focus on all the stolen Pokemon Gun Knight Giovanni. Yep. Yeah, sorry, it's a lot of release. As long as we're beating the bad guys, I don't really care. Gotcha. Well, that's the question though, right? Like, who are the bad guys in this situation? Several plotlines going on. Half-Blood Danish Girl, International Council. Oh yeah, also that. Potential terrorism and such. Yep, pretty much. So it's still difficult to know exactly who the bad guys are. For the most part, but yeah. The way I see it, the Reverend Gun Knight just might be looking for an opportunity to use that awe-inspiring, what so often holster gun of yours. I take pride in my gun. Got a problem with that?
Please, this is urgent. May I continue?
You may.
I'm sure you all know that Mostima and I used to work with Anduin. The Anduin I know isn't one to go off half-cocked. He wouldn't start a war without preparing for it. So even though we could sow chaos in Laterano, he wouldn't do it without a reason. The only clue that Astray has given us so far is their attempts on the mixed-blood girl called Cecilia. We can surmise that taking her is their primary objective. And since they already have her in their possession, I think Anduin's next step is very likely to be exfiltrating Laterano. Therefore, I suggest we focus on the two following points. First, we need to step up our border controls and deploy more guards to the crossing. We should also form a special elite squad to locate their hideout and bring Anduin in. Secondly, to be on the safe side, I would like the 7th Tribunal to lead the investigation into whether the Astray have made contact with the visiting envoys to determine whether or not they are targeting the conference. As for the conference itself, proceed according to plan, right? That's what you have in mind, isn't it? Or just testing the waters anyway? Oh, I gotta say though, the Colb of Fate's desserts are disgusting. The cactus stars are an atrocity. I would like to see some improvement there.
Nope, hi Pope. I think there's a certain charm to the taste.
I agree with Mustima on that point. On that point alone.
Blasphemy! I think they're delicious! What is going on? Okay. Good night, Giovanni has spoken. I suppose we can all agree then?
Agreed. Anything that Giovanni likes, you know is bound to be terrible.
Mustima, belittling me again, are you? That's... Please, my children, quiet down. I'm too old for all this bickering. The laws instruct us to face the unknown with goodwill. We mustn't treat fruit tarts with such scorn. What?
And why am I unfamiliar with this law?
I just thought of it. I just thought of it this morning. This music does not fit. Yeah, what is going on? We can see why non-Fangs is not a fan of that. Hard to be part of this group and you don't automatically understand everyone. That's true. Yeah.
Your Holiness.
Maybe this is why she was annoyed before, right? We thought it was what happened in the hospital, but it was actually this section. We'll go with your plan. Well, Giovanni, give Fiammetta all the help she needs. Anduin will make his way to his goal. Okay. I can see steam coming out of his ears, yeah.
Ugh, this is why I hate closed-door meetings. We spent 3 minutes on the main topic. The rest of the meeting was everyone babbling their stupid side conversations.
Oh, hi, Esel.
Excuse me, senores. May I ask what the decision was? You're still here. I'm taking over the Anduin case. Thank you for your work the past couple days. You should head home to get some rest. I'll talk to the Notarian Hall later. Everything you've done will be written off as you helping us out. Miss Fiammetta, anything that comes after this is way beyond the bounds of your authority and ability. Don't forget, you're still in training. I know you're worried about Cecilia, but I'm taking over this case. And that's the best case scenario you could hope for.
Oh, so what? Okay, yeah, because that was a little confusing what happened there. So it was Anduin that did the, what do you call it? The, what was I saying? Yeah, the domain expansion thing. Interesting. Yeah, the domain expansion.
Miss Fiammetta, are you friends with this fallen angel? And the both of you are familiar with Anduin?
That's right. Is that your answer to both of those questions?
We aren't familiar. We're nemesis. But don't you worry, I won't take it out on Cecilia. I don't really understand what was going on with her this morning. But she's still a kid. What about you? You stayed there for 2 whole days. Did Anduin say anything to you?
Just a bunch of heretical nonsense.
I suggest you forget all of it then. You still have your whole life ahead of you, right? Go home and take a couple days off. Then keep up with your good work at the Notarian Hall. You are pretty qualified for the job if you ask me. Shares your life, you know. Life in Laterano is precious. Even I look back on it fondly sometimes.
The Sancta version of a smoke bomb, yeah. I guess so.
My life. Right. Unlike them, I'm just a regular nobody. Okay, let's clock out.
Yeah, back to normality. But can you live with that, asshole?
The Pontifica cohorts have taken over the border checkpoints, and the Apostolic Knights are keeping an eye out for us too. We won't be making it out anytime soon. We have a safe house, but still. I can't get in touch with Aren either. Damn it!
No matter. We can wait. Cope harder, SL, yeah. He definitely is. SL finally pressed the eject button, but can he live with that? Yep.
That's the question.
Cecilia? Do you regret your decision?
I don't know. But if I went with Miss Fiammetta, she would have taken me to the Basilica, right?
Ballistica.
I still haven't figured out my goodbye to Mama.
It's okay, Cecilia. You still have lots of time to think.
Mr. Fryer, there was a lady with horns and a halo in the Ecclesia Requiem just now. Is she a Sancta?
Maybe. Maybe not. It's up to her to decide.
I thought Sancta are Sancta.
That's true for most of us. But some people get to choose. Or perhaps I should say, they don't have a choice but to choose. Because of some unfortunate circumstance. Incidentally, you two have to choose, Cecilia. As for whether that is fortunate or not, no one can tell.
Can't the Sancta be with the Sarkas?
Of course they can. You are living proof.
But I'm causing everyone a lot of trouble, right? Even Mr. Essel.
If you're always worrying about everything, you won't get anything done. People will always fight. Neither gentleness nor understanding can stop that. A lot of times when people fight, it's not because one side is right and one side is wrong. It's because the things that both sides have to do conflict with each other. That seems to be the theme, huh? They have no choice but to choose his hard line, yep. Does go hard. In other words, the things that you and I need to do are different. And that means we're in somebody else's way.
Why can't we go the same way together?
Because for a lot of people, the path that they take is determined by the path itself. For example, the Sancta and the Sarkas. No one can say why the two sides fought each other at first, but the hatred between them has paved the road for everyone.
Can we choose our own path?
We can, Cecilia, but it's not that simple. If you want to leave the path you are on and find a new path forward, you must first make your way through a boundless wilderness. It's vast and empty there. You might never find a new path, even if you give up everything you've ever known.
Then, why do we still have to look?
Right. Why do we have to look? Maybe it's because that's what we want.
What we want? Is that so important?
It's the only thing we still have.
Mr. Fryer, can I ask a question?
Go ahead. Yo.
What is it that you want?
Cecilia, can I tell you a little story? Please do.
Sure, Mr. Fryer. Go ahead.
Hence the Pathfinders, yep. Here we go, okay. Many years ago, when I was still young, I ran into some setbacks, and then I left.
Where did you go?
Anywhere. I traveled everywhere. There was a place I stayed for a while. It was a very small town, and it felt a little like my hometown. But it was even more run down. Life was tough for everyone there.
Huh? That doesn't sound like Laterano.
Once, I passed by the town's pub and came across a humming drunkard. He threw up all over me and insisted that I tripped him and that I should pay for his drink. Everyone in the pub, no, everyone in town laughed at him and cursed at him. Those who were scared of him avoided him. Everyone called him a dirty, filthy moron, a lowlife, a sick scumbag. He was a Sarkas. They never chased him out of town, however. He kept living from one day to the next, doing little old jobs. Then, one windy, rainy night, a night when no one will go outside, the church's bell started to ring. It was an alarm, and it woke everyone up. There were some bad people in town. It was lucky that the bells woke up everyone. It was hard, but we chased the bad people away. No one knew who rang the bells, and we all thought it was a miracle. I headed in the direction of the bell tower and reached the wastes beyond. There, I found the church watchman digging a grave. Next to him was a cart, and in it, a thin coffin, with the Sarkas drunkard inside, wounded all over. I started to help digging. The watchman kept complaining as he dug. He said he was saving the casket for his mother, and it was a waste to give it to a circus. Then he complained that he had to bury the sick circus. The watchman said that, not long after the bell started ringing, the circus came and knocked on his door, telling him to run, before the man died at his doorstep. The watchman said that since he saw it about to rain, he couldn't bear seeing the circus man sleep out in the streets, so he let him into the bell tower for the night. He kept complaining and kept digging. Then after he was finished, he stood in front of the grave and sang a song that the drunkard always used to sing, even though he didn't remember how the second half went. In the end, he complained a little more and poured half a bottle on the grave. The winds threw hills on high, till the heroes far-flung stride, over long ways long, over briars and thorns. Sorry, I don't remember it either.
That's the song that Mama and Rosella taught me. So, the circus man rang the bell?
I think he did.
So he was the hero that saved everyone?
Maybe. I don't know if someone like him can be called a hero, but I think most people probably wouldn't want to call him one. Maybe he was just trying to help the watchman who helped him.
What about you, Mr. Fryer? Do you think he was a hero?
What is a hero, Cecilia? I thought about it for a long time, but I know that answer to this question doesn't tell us who the circus man was. Rather, it tells us who I am. I don't think he himself climbed up the bell tower to be a hero. But it doesn't matter if we sing his praises, look at him with scorn, or even forget about him. None of that changes anything about him anymore. All the questions that I pondered have nothing to do with him. Only me. Why did I witness this? What does it mean to me? How is it going to guide me forward? It is always the living who are questioned. But I kept thinking and thinking. What if he didn't do what he did? What if he did it, but led the fanatics, the bad people, to the bell tower? What if the townspeople couldn't fend the bad people off, even after they got woken up? And what if he even died on the bell tower, and no one ever found them? There are no guaranteed successes, and there are no choices that are certain to be right. So I came to this conclusion. On that rainy night, he climbed up the bell tower because he wanted to. It's the most straightforward conclusion, out of somewhat stubborn goodwill. Whether that's true or not doesn't concern him. He was a hero, no different from the hero in the song.
The winds their heels on high, till the heroes far-flung stride. Over long ways long, over briars and thorns.
Everyone starts humming the song. Their quiet singing drifts throughout the room.
I feel peace in this Lateran evening. A peace that I have not known for a long time. Are you thinking something, Mr. Fryer?
No, nothing at all. Thank you, Cecilia.
You're looking at something. Is that a bell tower?
It's Laterano's bell tower. A very, very old tower made of stone. I often wonder when I still lived in Laterano. It was so close to heaven.
Heaven? Is that where Mama is?
If that's where you wish for her to be, that's where she is.
Mr. Fryer, could you help me with something?
Wait, so is he the narrator? At least in that situation, obviously he was, but that would be really interesting if this is written as if Anduin is the narrator of this whole story. Let's see. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. It did start sounding like that, didn't it? Such a great story, he was called a hero, but what if Bell wrong but everyone died anyway? Well, he was still called a hero, but if it could turn out he didn't mean to, well, he was the hero still. What makes a hero a hero? Interesting. I mean, like, yeah, like Antoine said, I guess it means, it's kinda a matter of perspective in a way. But yeah, that's a good point. I think it is someone that, right, like selflessly. Like if he selflessly did that, then he will be called a hero. But what if he didn't, right? And he still saved the people? That's a good point. See, the initial physical of the debate. What makes a good deed? Is it the deed itself or the intention behind it? Interesting. Somehow, yeah, I somehow hadn't thought of that. I guess, or hadn't thought of it that much or that deep. I guess I always just went like, oh, it is the intention, right? Well, you know what they say about good intentions sometimes, right? There's a lot of this in the story. What happens, happens. It is who we give. It is us who give meaning to things. That's interesting. If someone does something bad, something kind with egotistical reason, they are still selfless. Are they still selfless? That's really interesting. So cool so far. Let's continue, I guess. Oh, Essel. Good morning. Off to work? Good morning. I don't have work today. I'm taking a couple days off. Up so early on your day off? And look at you frowning like that. Is something bothering you? Getting belayed at the Notarian Hall? I told you, it may look like a decent place to work, but it's totally misery over there. Here, Essel. I just bought some cupcakes. Take some. Let your worries go. Excuse me. One good deed with bad intention versus 1,000 of good thoughts without any impact. I guess that does seem to be a theme, in a way, in Arknights as a whole, especially in this event, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot of that, right? They see like with Evan Holtz and Kraid, right? The fact that what's her face? The fact that Virtuosa was the one who taught them that song, or taught Kraid that song, who then taught it to, or yeah, shared it with Evan Holtz, and it meant so much to him. It kind of plays in that in a way, I guess. It's really interesting. Let's see. Doesn't matter if work is bothering you. It's just a job. Don't think about it on your day off. Besides, aren't you still a trainee? If the ceiling caves in, it's gonna crush all your bosses up top before it ever reaches you. Don't make it so hard on yourself. Cheer up. It's not worth getting upset over. That's an interesting perspective. Not worth it, huh? Still letting it bother you? Anyway, I'ma get going. Thanks for the cupcakes. It's an early morning that couldn't be more normal. Hardly anyone on the streets yet. But it shouldn't take much longer for the crowds to form, and the usual hustle and bustle to return. This is exactly what Lateran life is. Lateran, all the bosses bite the bullets. Yeah. Makes me think the opposite is gonna happen with Friar, doing something bad out of noble idea. Interesting. Maybe, yeah, you think that's what it's building up to? How about a crepe? No, thanks. I got these cupcakes. It's you! Oh, sorry. He was making a voice, yeah, because he was behind them, maybe. How about a crepe? Sancta Laterano, the bullet bite you. Yep. The crepe shop on the corner there only sells 200 of their signature crepes each day. You need to get up early to have a chance at buying one. Thankfully, their hours haven't changed. What are you doing here? I'm out for a walk. In a city that has an arrest warrant out for you? Sure. What happened to the people at the Ecclesia Requitum? They're all in a safe place. Once everything is over, they'll leave Laterano with me. Where to? Who knows? Are you going to take Cecilia with you? No, she left. Huh? How did you... She has something she must do. It may seem trivial right now, but she's found her path, and she will continue down it, overcoming obstacles we could never overcome, treading into predicaments that we wouldn't dare to face, and making it to faraway places that we could never imagine. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Relax, Brother Eso. She's far more brilliant than you and I could ever dream to be. I have to walk everywhere with an arrest warrant. Picture him biting on a crepe as he's big for that scene. Yeah. Just with food on his mouth, like, yeah, she left. Yep, just letting you know. Yep, just out on a walk, you know. The question that hasn't been asked yet. We have been told about gunfight between Andoin and Mostima. She became failed, but how is still pure? Yeah, I'm wondering that too. But she might need you. Why me? I'm nothing special. This is pretty embarrassing to say, but I was playing hero in front of her the whole time. I told her my word is my bond, and I wouldn't mind losing my job. But after I got home last night, I spent the whole night freaking out about everything that happened. A mixed blood Sancta, a fallen angel, Alecatus, the conference at the Basilica, the Sarkas, and a strange heretical group. How did I get mixed up in all this? I thought I just wanted a decent job. This job would be all the better. I will go to work and live on time, live a quiet, peaceful life. I figured that it'd be pretty good for me. Everything that happened the last couple days could be just like an interlude. I should count myself as lucky for being able to get away from it before it's too late. And in a couple decades, I can tell stories about it to my friends. That would be a pretty solid life, wouldn't it? You tell me. Maybe I shouldn't even be talking to you right now. I should just turn and run. Aren't you going to run then? There's no need to fool yourself. How am I supposed to know what it is that I really want? You and Cecilia both asked the same question. She asked you that too? Phrased a little differently. And how did you answer? I told her a story. Suddenly feeling like I shouldn't listen to you. Why? Because you have already told that story and it will be, repetitive. I did, yeah, I assumed it was because of arts or something. Adrenaline finally left our soul system. Said he used arts on Wheelchair Girl, but not on Mostima. Rather, he implied he used arts only on her. I just get the sense that you know how to influence people. What if you're about to sucker me into something here? So, yeah, that's a good point. If someone, like if a Sancta attacks another Sancta, right, they become fallen. But if that Sancta that was shot at shoots the fallen Sancta, would they also become fallen? Or would it not count? It was the, speaking of loopholes, what is a loophole there? That's I think he might just got shot by her and bailed. It seems to be implying that, yeah. Maybe that is the reason. Shooting a fallen angel doesn't count, I believe. Interesting. Are you recruiting me in a pyramid scheme? As long as you don't want to, you won't be. That sounds awfully sketchy. It kinda does, to be fair. I'm here only to give you a message. What comes next is for you to decide. Cecilia is going to the old bell tower. What is she doing there? Saying her goodbyes. Interesting. Oh, there she is. Is something wrong? Oh, Cecilia, aren't you scared? Walking the streets all by yourself this early in the morning? Where are those friends of yours? Ah, crap. Well, guide, it's Aren. No matter. We'll see what he's planning first.
There is something I need to do here.
You're so little, but you have lots of big ideas going around in your head, huh? I really don't get what that guy is thinking, but... Sorry, little girl. I can't let you go.
Are you taking me to the Basilica?
The Basilica? Oh no, Cecilia. I can't let you go to the Basilica. As long as you don't go to the Basilica and the old man, you can go anywhere. At first, I thought it wouldn't be so bad if Antoine took you away. He's got a change of heart, but it's no biggie. I'll do it myself.
It will be bad if I go to the Basilica?
It's hard to say, Cecilia. Hard to say. actually really important to me, you know? Fiore and I were friends a long time ago, but still. Anyway, your very existence is much more useful than whatever it is you're thinking up in your little brain. If we put you to good use, you wouldn't be you could be the greatest danger to this Lateran city in a long time. After all, you're a Sarkis, but you also became a Sancta. I don't really want to put Laterano in danger, but I need some leverage that can influence things. A bargaining chip that I can use in a deal. And you could be such a precious bargaining chip. I wouldn't want to see you lose your effectiveness over a tiny little threat.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You don't need to understand, Cecilia. I'm just trying to show you I'm sincere. I won't do anything to get you hurt. I never want to resort to violence if peace is an option. I've heard that multiple times in this game and it hasn't gone well, so we'll see. Oh gosh.
Doesn't matter what you want to do. Not now. Could you move out of the way? I'm going to that bell tower.
Grr, what? He's lucky she'll sing cause... Wait, what? Don't want to put her in danger. Then what do you want? He's lucky she doesn't cause he just exposed his whole plan, evil plan to her, yeah. Didn't you hear? She wants you to get out of her way. Oh, hi Essel.
Mr. Essel, you came.
Yes, Cecilia. I promised you to find your mama and be there when you said goodbye to her, right? Oh, this is so touching. A big blood girl between a rock and a hard place, with an executor who's true to his word. Maybe watching the Lateran soap opera of the year makes me want to clap for you two. But if I could, I would rather not be the villain here. This is no fun. Oh. Let's go, SL, yep. He hasn't been particularly sneaky in whatever he's doing. Yeah, he hasn't been super sneaky. I think only to the Basilica, mostly. To the other side, he's been kind of like, yeah, I don't really care about y'all. I'm just, you know, doing my own thing.
Mr. Essel.
Sancta can't point her guns at her own kind, but violence comes in other forms. So there's no hill to die on, right? Oh. Swords? What are we doing? It sounded like swords. Now, Cecilia, go! The bell tower's straight ahead. But... I'll promise you one more thing. I'll be fine.
Alright. I'll wait for you at the top, Mr. Essel.
Oh. Very nice. You came prepared, huh? I didn't expect you to be able to hold me here. But still, even if I don't like screwing around with empathy, I can feel the fear in you. Save it. Have you ever considered that we might be walking the same road here? We're definitely not right now, at least. Tell me what you got then. Have you even realized the weight of the burden you're trying to shoulder? Oh, never mind. I thought I was gonna go into the fight. Did that trainee executor really hold Aren there? Oren's not taking this seriously. And as a Licent and Notarian Hall executor right now, he's not actually an obstacle to Aren.
Actually, Guy, while I will never go against your decision, I can't say I really agree with this. Cecilia should stay with the Pathfinders. It's not only for us, but for her sake too.
That isn't my decision. I can't decide her fate. This is a decision that only Cecilia can make for herself, Patya. Perhaps we should call it an honor to show her the choices before her. Don't worry. What I must do remains the same. What I must do. Interesting. Kid, for an executor in trainer, you aren't half bad. I'm still standing. Looking to spend some time in the hospital, huh? I'm not out here to break bones, though. You don't have to do this. You're just a normal guy living in Lateran City. Go home, live a happy life. Munch on some cake or take a sip of tea, whatever. I made up my mind already. You folks really like talking about choices and decisions, huh? Has it ever crossed your mind that there's a price to pay when you make your decisions? This was only going to be an insurance policy, but well... Sorry, fellas. I need your help. Oh, what the heck? We aren't here to help you, Aren. We're doing this because we think it's the right thing to do. So what do you say? A wise man adapts himself to circumstances. Oh, that's a Chinese idiom, you see. It means... Too bad, Esel. What the heck just happened? Who dropped all the glasses? Federico. Oh, shoot. Oh, yo. Trainee Executor S.L. Pastore, you're being temporarily recalled. Your leave has been cancelled. Please assist me with this arrest. Aren L2D, your identity has been confirmed. The 7th Tribunal has revoked your credentials as a legatus. Please stop resisting and proceed with me to the 1st Tribunal. Must I? I still have lots of work to take care of. Yes, you must. It's like, yes, dude, what did I just say? It's FedEx. It's FedEx! That's a great nickname for him. The tire side from Aren, yeah. That's awesome. That was really cool. Let's continue. Ooh. Meanwhile, let's see. The bell tower's corridors are narrow, and the stone steps below my feet are slippery and wet. The stone walls are rough and feel so cold to the touch, just like the trees in that forest. My footsteps echo in the hallway. What is there up ahead? I'm the child of a sancta and a sarkas. They all said that they have on me there. I don't know. It was a word I've never heard. But I remember how Rosella looked. She looked down at me with a smile on her face. Her hands were clasped together, like she was holding onto a treasure. What did everyone want me to do? I still don't get it. But now, I understand what it is that I should do. I understand what it is that I should do the most, and what it is that I want to do. It doesn't matter if I'm a sancta or a sarkas. I'm Cecilia. Just Cecilia. Unfortunately for Aren, Federico does not comprehend banter, yeah. That was a great moment. Yes, you can't. Piano is back, yep. Goodbye, Mama. Will you keep watching over me? Oops. I don't know if he speaks skip something. No, okay. Oh, here we go. 1 second. I am who I am. Congratulations. Yeah, sorry. I'm a little congested still. I wasn't feeling too well over the weekend. Actually, yesterday, yeah, I woke up really bad in the throat, but yeah, did better. Esel. Esel, you're 11 o'clock. Huh. That was close. Come on, it's not like fighting is going to get us anywhere. Why don't we call it quits? Nuh-uh. You really don't know how to listen, huh? Esel, I thought you were really worried about Cecilia. Might just be safer with me, you know? Did you think I believed that? I'm never one to lie. Even if you're telling the truth, if that isn't what Cecilia wants, there is no way. Sometimes I really think Antoine's giving me way more than I bargained for. Stay focused, Esel. No, Federico. Can you feel it? Well, look at that. What the heck? The air is trembling. As though something is manifesting from nothingness. A surge of power. Pure power. Nothing like any original arts known to man. An ancient construction is being awakened. A forgotten sound is about to ring out far and wide. Esel, new directive. Investigate the bell tower. Leave the traitor's legatus to me. Okay. What is going on over there? Yeah, Your Holiness, what's going on? Shh. Well, seal of the Central Sanctuary and halt all meetings.
What is happening?
Did you know? My predecessor, the last pope, had an interest in history.
No. No.
The bell that stood still for 10,000 years. Oh. I don't blame you. He was an amateur in this field. His writings were riddled with mistakes and hardly worthy of praise. Rather than studying history, perhaps it's better to say that his interests lay in using history to let his imagination run wild. He was particularly fond of certain romantic metaphors in his writing, perhaps a little promiscuous for a history paper, but they did truly leave an impression on his readers. He said, "History is a musical improvement written by a shapeless titan in countless voices." What? Did you say improvement? Let me just try that again. History is a musical movement written by a shapeless titan in countless voices. My headcanon is that Federico's autism makes him less affected by Sancta empathy. You know what? I think that's a good headcanon, yeah. I can see it. Going by his analogy, our Titan musicians seem to have started writing his next measure. I breathe out the air of my lungs before drawing a fresh breath. I trip and fall to the ground before climbing back up and running forward again. I can feel that something is brewing. The other side of the door at the top of the bell tower is where Cecilia is. I open the door. No. The frail girl is singing. An ancient Sarkas folk song. She is singing from the bottom of her heart, so tenderly, with all her feelings. I can only stand there, doing my best to hold my breath, to avoid disrupting the flow of her singing. At a certain point, I realize I cannot hear anything anymore. There is only the sound of bells, seemingly ringing across time. Whoa. He just gave a history lesson just to drop a hard line, yeah. Federico's account proved that Sancta aren't born. Interesting. I repeat, child is singing ancient Sarkas folk song in the center of the Sancta city. Yep.
Bells? From the Tower of Revelations? That's impossible. That bell has never rung. Except when
the first saint still walked the land. Oh. During the day, the Sancta looked up at the sky to find darkness shrouding even the sun. At night, the devil's army came and slaughtered countless Sancta. The Sancta lost much of their radiance.
The saint said, "Follow me." Thus they rose. The saint said, "Listen to me." Thus the bells began to ring.
Interesting.
Saints, huh?
It's like going to a Vatican and singing black metal.
The bells echo through the wilderness, uniting all the Sancta.
Verb, I know what we're doing today.
This is a revelation. This is an exhortation. There will be light throughout the day, and it shall never be shrouded again.
The saint said, "Build a city. It will be the Sancta's paradise."
So only a saint can make the bell ring. Oh. Interesting.
The saint said, "This city shall be called Lateran."
How?
The Tower of Revelations is one of the oldest structures in Laterano. No, according to the text, the Tower of Revelations was there before there was a Laterano.
And now the holy bell's ringing again.
For little Cecilia.
What? But why?
Perhaps the Shapeless Titan's musician wanted some crescendos in his music, and he picked Lateran bells for his arrangement, because he liked the sound. Cardinal Velev, you and I stand in this church at this moment. I wonder if that is good or bad.
Your Holiness, we must know immediately how the holy bells are ringing. No matter the reason, it is the responsibility of the church to explain why and how it happened. With envoys from the nations gathered in Laterano, all the attending representatives are no witness to this event. This could be an opportunity.
Ah. Go, Philip. Inform the envoys that the Lateran bells ring for the first time in millennia, and this portends change. We must come together and prepare for the future.
What about the Tower of Revelations then?
We have waited long enough. Let's get to work. Damn. Let's get to work.
Kai, did you know this was going to happen? What exactly is Cecilia? She's mixed race, but is there some other secret about her?
So, her being mixed, I wonder if that makes her pure, in a way, right? Before they split apart, right? The Sancta and the Sarkis. Kind of a Tikas? I don't know exactly. Very good usage of a revelation. Yeah, every time they drop the name drop revelation, I'm like, ooh. Goes hard. No, of course not. She's the Cecilia that both you and I know. She may come from a unique background, but there is no secret to her. It's just that perhaps Laterano itself is thirsting for change. And Cecilia, she just so happened to be in the right place at the right time. Speaking of, oh my gosh. Or perhaps she is actually the one who will end the 1,000-year conflict between the Sarkas and the Sancta. And so revelation came and the bells rang. Of course, it could also be a misunderstanding, a coincidence, a kind of black humor in the course of history. But we both know that the truth is never what's actually important. History is written by the victors and all that.
No matter what, this is an opportunity. If I have to say, it might even be proof that we are actually blessed.
I don't know why my mind read it as... Like, I'm glad I read ahead, because my mind saw this, like, you know, just over the corner of my eye and said based, and read based. This is where his story comes in contrast, yeah. God said racism is over, yeah. The church is most likely putting all the attention on the envoys and the Tower of...
the church is most likely putting all their attention on the envoys and the Tower of Revelations right now.
Right, Bell was also built in pre-Lateran times, which is interesting, so yeah, pre-Sancta. Right. So I wonder if it recognized her, or again, if it was just some type of coincidence. So what will the village make the hero into this time?
We'll pave the path forward for you. You need only walk it.
Okay, so they still have a plan. Obviously, yeah, because Gandoid said they were not necessarily expecting that.
Anduin, the bells have started to ring.
Oh. The bells belong to a child who is about to begin her journey.
Huh? You sound very relaxed. You made your decision.
My decision has never changed.
Even if you must give up everything?
Even if I must give up everything.
Is there any meaning in this?
Meaning? Meaning does not exist for nothing. All our choices merely conceive it, mold it, and give it the chance to descend upon us.
I get it now. I hope you'll find your peace.
Oh. Patia, what you just said goes against our original goal. All men are cornerstones, and the roads that we lay are paved for those who follow us. Whoa. Holy crap, why do so many phrases go hard in this event? All men are cornerstones, and the roads that we lay are paved for those who follow us. What the hell? I gotta screenshot that one. No, they're all in the stories about people that attack. It does seem to be drawing that parallel, huh? If Bell is Tikas related and implying that Tikas were split, I wonder if one has to have parts of Sancta and Sarkas bloodlines to be whole again. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. This event is... yeah. This event is something else. Meaning does not exist for nothing. We are the ones who mold it, shape it, and allow it to ascend upon us. I must see His Holiness right now.
God Knight Talvadori. His Holiness is praying right now. No one can see it.
But...
please understand.
an explosion?
Probably another one of the people's pranks.
No! The explosion came from the Envoy's village. We stopped handing out approvals for explosive activities there.
God Knight Talvadori. The Envoy's village is under attack, and there have been multiple fires and explosions all across the city.
It's the Astray. They can sit still now that the holy bells have sounded, can't they? They can't still sit still.
There are God Knights stationed in the Envoy's village, but after the Envoy's explosion started, the Envoy started demanding more God Knights to protect them.
Understood. Damn it. Why now of all times? Cardinal Veliv.
The bells of the Tower of Revelations are ringing. This is the holiest moment in Lateran history. We even get to share this with the first summit of nations, the envoys of all the lands. How joyous. Yet the heretics' remnants are taking the opportunity to sow chaos. They plot to disrupt the conference and overshadow Laterano's radiance. God Knight Talvadori, by order of the Apostle himself, the Pope, you are to go to the Envoy's village and defend them alongside the God Knights there, thus ensuring the Summit of Nations will commence as planned. I will accompany you.
Very well, Your Eminence, if I may. I'm sure you've noticed as much, but the energy that's surging from the Tower of Revelations.
What's your words, Reverend God Knight? That is glory itself.
Talvadori, he must be Salvador's cousin.
Lemwen, did he do this? Maybe. You're still going to cover for him? Fiametta, come here.
What for?
Come here.
Slap, no.
Oh. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said what I said the other day. Let go of me. Not until you forgive me. I am mad at you. But there's something else I'm even angrier about. It might just be me. I want you to trust me on one thing, Fiametta. If he really wanted to do harm to Laterano, I never forgive him. Then what is it he's trying to do? Maybe he's just asking a question.
Of who?
His Holiness. And what is he asking him? A question the Sancta must never ask.
You can be more specific? Yeah, what is this, Doctor Who?
I'm not entirely sure myself, you see. This question has probably been bothering him deep in his mind for a long time. He hasn't ever told me about it. I just got a hunch. But it's true. What happened 8 years ago has something to do with the question.
Wait, so Mostima you knew about this? I didn't know Mostima was here.
Don't talk to me, I'm angry with you. Of course not, I'm not Lemwen. She might understand him. Me though, I don't think he was worthy, that's all. If you ask me, he's a poor little guy. And I have something more important to take care of, so let's leave it at that. How come it feels like you're ticking me off even more than Lemwen? You and I are different. I did everything I could. And you... I'm guessing you will probably rather it was me, right? Lemwen, what else do you know? Tell me. I thought you didn't want to hear any of it. I have to hear to find out.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to, but I do need to find out. Oh, hello. Cecilia Laporta, by order of the Apostle himself, the Pope, I am here to protect you.
Because the bells started ringing? Are they ringing because of me?
I cannot say. Please follow me to the Basilica at once.
It's okay, Miss Ethel. Don't worry. Let's go.
Yeah. He's just a little guy, a little birthday boy. Yep. Just a goofy little guy, you know, doing his best. So Anduin is going to the Pope. Seems so, yep. And so is Cecilia, and well, everyone. It seems like we are, yeah. Coalescing? Is that the right term? What does coalesce mean? Oh, what the heck? Well, these two are still fighting, I guess. To grow together. Oh, okay. Oh, like wounds? The edges of the wounds coalesce to unite into a whole fuse. Well, I guess kinda. Joyous Lateran citizen. The town feels so lively today. Is it because the conference is about to start? Maybe. There are explosions everywhere. Everyone's so excited. Oh, hello. Hey, what the hell? Is that an Executor Naldecanus? What's going on? A parkour competition? That sounds like fun. Why don't you join in? Let's go. See if we can catch up with them. Oh, we're really coalescing. Or any use secret Joestar technique. This should be far enough. Oh, guys, what the heck? Huh, you're a stubborn one, aren't you, Federico? As are you. I thought you didn't have a mission. Aren't you practically on vacation? I don't get it. Is there a reason you don't get off we can't get off my case? What did I ever do to offend you? My last session was in Syracuse, to cover the personal effects of a local sancta. Among them was a notebook. In it, he wrote that he once saw a female sancta come into contact with a male Sarkas. Yeah, right. I can see why you look into that. But what does that have to do with me? I'm decidedly male, in case you can't tell. I followed all the leads I had and found the Sarkas woman's address, a sancta woman's address, 7265 Via Tervatius Pagos Stefanos. And when you made it there, you found that she had already passed away. That's correct. Oh, serious Latran citizen. Wait, father? Oh, right. Right, Syracuse. I was like, what? So you had no choice but to keep following her tracks. Then you found she had been taking suspicious trips, and that she always contacted a specific legatus before she left on her journeys. This is good. This is very good. And here I thought I gave myself away in Victoria, or left some evidence after I talked to Antoine. Never would I have thought it was because I helped Feoria out of the goodness of my heart. This might just be some kind of fate. Are you done musing? Does that mean he's dead? Don't think so. Maybe. Hold on. Recover the personal effects of a local sancta. Oh, dang. I hope not, but man, if that's the case. Are you done musing? Yeah, because, well, when does Il Siracusano happen? Is it after Guide Ahead? Because Il Siracusano happens after Victoria arc, right? Also, I think. Yeah, so maybe not. I don't know. If anyone has a better grasp of the timeline. Federico, if my hunch is correct, you probably can't feel what I'm feeling right now. Yes or no? Yes, and I do not care. Same year. Interesting. Well, but he was... Didn't we see him in Il Portatore de Velluti? Or did we not? Yeah, he does appear in that. Okay. Okay, so I guess not. Interesting. Huh. I was thinking... Is this supposed to be like does this go over his halo? The communicator thing? Or is this just this part and then this is the halo? Oh yeah, I guess the wings are also black, so maybe not. I was thinking maybe this was like some... Like it went on top of the halo to like better grasp this thing. Like a, you know, like a handheld thing. Or not handheld, handless? What was it called? Wireless device? Yeah. Anyway. There are some differences in Halos, yeah. The emotions of those I arrest are not my concern. Does that mean you care about the feelings of anyone you're not arresting? No. You and I are the same. Neither of us cares for empathy. The way I see it, we could be great friends. Actually, I think Laterano could use more people like you. Someone who doesn't let their empathy get to them. Always doing things by the book. I don't disagree, I am pretty awesome. Perhaps I could pay you a visit in the penitentiary after your trial, and we could discuss it more. So that's your reason, Aren? I don't know who's talking. Well, here comes the worst of my troubles. Why must an honest-to-God good guy like me be blessed with such rotten luck? Good day, Cardinal Veliv. Oh, it was Veliv. Good day, Executor Federico. The 7th Tribunal will handle the traitor from this point forward. The Notarial Hall's involvement is concluded. Please send a copy of your report on this matter to both the 7th and 1st Tribunals. This is my authorization code. Damn. Okay, Federico. Confirmed, in accordance with all relevant regulations. So, would you like to go back to your vacation, or join me in arresting the Astray? It's up to you. See ya. Hey Sal, you and I are the same. No. Hey Federico, you and me are not that different. No. Hey Anduin, we... No. Dude just wants a kindred spirit. Well, you and I are the same. Well, has anyone ever heard Federico say goodbye to anyone? You can stop trying to cozy up to me. I thought you were here to help me. If you were here to arrest me, you could have waited until Federico was done, right? Of course, it's possible that he couldn't take me, but that wouldn't mean you had to send him home, right? I simply realized that you might be more useful than I expected. When I read Federico's report, I thought you were just Anduin's helping hand, but it looks like you're not as much of an imbecile as I thought. I'm honored. Cecile's existence is a threat to Laterano. You don't want this threat to be wiped away, not because you want to see it executed, but because you want to use it to make a deal. It really makes my heart ache, you know? It's such a windfall, but no one's trying to touch the pile of money. I'm the most faithful to Laterano a man can be, honestly. You know that, Veliv. I'm His Holiness' biggest supporter. His ideals, anyway. But you don't agree with the way he does things, correct? Like this conference, for example. You don't think there's a point to it. And you think there is? Veliv, how much do you know about Victoria these days? You wouldn't understand just how close we are to war. And at a time like this, His Holiness put up all the political capital he accumulated over the last couple decades. But even though he managed to get most of the countries to bend, the envoys who showed up, they hardly have any weight. In more peaceful times, maybe we could use this as a foundation and slowly pave our way forward. But we don't live in peaceful times. There's no time for us to dilly-dally around if we actually want to see his ideas put into practice. Now, I saw a lot of even dirtier moves in Victoria, with my own eyes. I won't say it's the right way to do things, but if doing the right things doesn't get us to the finishing line, tell me, will you rather be a woman of integrity? You know, you usually aren't this talkative in situations like this. What are you waiting for? Actually, I just changed my mind. Oh? After traveling out there for so long, I'm buying less and less into the idea that Sancta are special. We've got the empathy thing. We feel what we feel. We feel what we feel, I guess. That's it. What just happened though, even I have to admit, I felt something ancient and primal, and it originated in my heart. Moreover, we got ourselves a trump card. All the Zamboys are gathered here in Laterano, and we are blessed with a miracle. What does that mean? What could it mean? There is still a lot for us to do, isn't there? I think you might be mistaken about one thing. You think there is no place for the Summit of Nations during troubled times.
I suggest you look at this from the other side. That said, I think you have the right idea about one point. There are certain things that His Holiness can do himself, and I also don't think there's any harm in having a backup plan. You're a lucky man, Aren. I do have a use for you. Dang. We are literally sitting on a box with explosives and just drinking tea like halfwits. It's time to wake the F up. How I make Lateran understand. Come out, Patia. At least you still have some sense in you, and your circus friends aren't running around the city, joining in on the commotion. If any of the envoys saw the circus actively sabotaging the Summit of Nations in Laterano, things wouldn't end nearly as well. Or in shit. What are you trying to say? Antoine is on his way to the Basilica, isn't he? What do you know about him? I got no reason to tell you, Patia. But before I go settle my score with him, I need you to stop these stupid, annoying little tricks. While you people might still have some sense in you, you aren't actually trying to sabotage the Summit of Nations. I'm warning you, don't push your luck. Things don't always go the way we want them to. Huh? So now is your turn to convince me? This is just a little advice. If you don't want to take it, that's no feathers of my plumage. Nice. Bob has agenda, Oren has agenda, Belle has agenda, Anduin has agenda. Welcome to the city of agendas, yep. It really is everyone's. Yeah, everyone's got something going on. Fiamera, tell me, what are you thinking? What else could I be thinking? I'm doing my job. I'm settling the score. It's not that complicated. Why did you leave the Pontifica cohorts 8 years ago? They don't get to leave the city. Only the Notarian Hall does. What's it matter? Why ask about that? I don't know what you're brooding about. Maybe you put your hopes on me for something, but I don't really get what your whole thing about Lateran livery is about. And I couldn't care less about it. A teammate I trusted betrayed us. One of my friends got hurt because of it, and another got exiled. There might have been betrayers who have eyes on them because of it. I made this mistake once, and I won't let it happen again. I'll protect them. It's as simple as that. And I'm not going to apologize if that doesn't fit in with your fantasies. Don't get cocky, Mostima. In the same position, wouldn't you do the same? Yeah, right. I would. It's true. I got a fantasy. But so... but so what if it's a fantasy? Fantasies, ideals? If I didn't chase the things I once believed in, I wouldn't have made it this far. Maybe I'm too naive to entrust others with my ideals, but I have no regrets. I don't get you. I'm cutting to the role. That's why I'm not going to back down. Even if everything I'm doing seems stupid and annoying to you. It's my mission, and I will see it through to the end. If you want to stop me, you have to take me down. Very well, Patia. Oh, here we go. I guess. Oh, never mind. I thought there was a mini boss in this one. Huh. I mean, Nuncius, like a... Is it an elite or is it just... Oh, it is an elite. Huh. Okay. Let's go to the after. Patia, oh, I didn't think she actually would. Yeah. Or only appear in EX. Oh. It's like Andoento, Sissel more often. It's just different things. People have conflicting calls. Not good at that. Yep. I guess so. Ah. I didn't remember that Oren showed up in the EX stages. It does appear on normal stage, but it looks like a normal lead. Oh. Interesting. I guess he looks more probably in the EX because they are red. It looks a lot closer, or maybe yeah, just a redesign looks a lot closer to the canon Oren, I guess. Maybe. That's enough, Patia. It's not over. Patia, right? Most of the gun knights have been reassigned to the envoy's village. Your mission is over. Oh. I don't really get it though. It's not like Anduin doesn't know who the most powerful guy in the Basilica is. Why the whole charade? He probably wanted to make sure he got an audience with His Holiness. You're actually listening to Lemon? This has nothing to do with that. He's free to settle his score. But that doesn't mean I'm letting him get away. Sure. Shall we get going? Oh, he got named in EX. Gotcha. Once we get Patia settled in. Right. Oh, here we are. Oh, hey Pope. How should we face this revelation? These mysterious, indescribable moments. These ambiguous, yet to be explained urges. These unascribable, esoteric intuitions. Where will it lead us? What kind of choice does it want us to make? Or perhaps, this is merely a hallucination caused by the fatigue of life. But the revelation is called as such only because we willingly believe in it, or were told to believe in it. We could even say that if we knew it to be absolutely temporal, even if we deconstructed it into ice-cold, objective logic. Regrettably, man will still shine a spiritual light upon revelation. Ooh. Is this Anduin? Thus, when this cruel reality befalls us, the cowards can point fingers at the ambiguity of their revelation, while the devout can repent their insufficient understanding. In any case, we can at the very least ascertain that we ourselves are not the root cause of everything. Oh, there we go. First time I predict who is gonna be. Ah, Anduin. I was expecting you. You don't seem surprised at all. Well, no, he literally said he was expecting you. Grab your popcorns and notebooks, gentlemen. Oh boy. Battle of Wisdom incoming. Oh gosh. I can't say this was the result of any particular manipulation. The greatest lesson that I've learned in life is that people always cross paths, no matter their intentions. It would be so funny if you know how in the Reed Altar event, the Evelana boss was just like a metaphorical boss in Reed's mind? It would be funny if, yeah, they are just debating wisdom and that's what the Anduin boss is. It's a really, really hard debate. Really intense, too. Okay. Yep. But in the end, we all have our own goals. The guardian, keeper, and executor of the most supreme law. The 11th man to take the name of Evangelista, the patron saints of sacrifice and unity, and to stand atop the Lateran Curia as the apostle, His Holiness, the Pope. Death no the secure fight begins, yeah. I haven't had religious debates in Arknights before, but they're about to have one right now. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Evangelista 9th. Oh, 11th. What? Interesting. Why recite all these titles you do not believe in? The girl does not remain in your grasp. She is still young. There is still much for her to experience. Yet we are old. So all that we know our way around conspiracy, political machination, and internal strife. What will you do now? Will you use this fine gift you spent decades preparing on her? I'm not foolish enough to stand in a young girl's way. Even if she triggers some kind of miracle? No, this miracle is Laterano's. It belongs only to Laterano. God's grace has fallen upon us. There is nothing more to it. Interesting. I mean, what he said, right? Do you enjoy history? I love history. For history to become history, you generally need an origin point, and then some kind of variable is produced to stir up the water and form ripples. Those ripples are history. What of the object that was thrown into the water in the first place, then? Perhaps history does not care about it. And neither do I. The girl called Cecilia will go where she wants to and do what she wants. Someday in the future, perhaps the name Cecilia will be known far and wide.
it could also remain forever in obscurity. But that has nothing to do with you or me. It has nothing to do with the both of us. We have a mutual understanding regarding that, do we not? You make yourself sound like a kind grandfather sending his granddaughter away. This is nothing more than you getting what it is that you seek. You know what? You now get to explain this miracle. In exchange, Cecilia earned the right to leave this place. This cannot even be called a trade. She never had the right to choose. No, I never wanted to do anything to her. Laterano has stood for millennia, and neither should it nor shall it ever waver for a mere mixed-blood child. I only hope that apostles before and after you feel the same way, and that those expunged names were not erased for nothing. We cannot ask for too much. Sins shall always be sins. Only time can wear them down. And it wears them down to the point that no one remembers they were once sins. I cannot cast blame on our forebears' cautiousness. However, neither shall I accept those sins in order to cover them up. So long as our mutual understanding stands, am I right? I like that they're just walking around. As I said, it is very boring to grow old. Thanks to all the things that we experienced in the past, we are always fearful, on the fence with just about everything. You all don't have the luxury of possibility, Antoine. We have no choice but to continue down the path that was already laid. A path that was already laid. That goes for you too. I know of your journey. My journey. Right. I once journeyed, and I heard the purest of prayers and the most vicious of curses. I stepped into the sumptuous palaces and plucked my shoes out of bloodstains. I saw shameless sinners beg for mercy, and I closed the simplest of caskets on innocent children. It was always the same. Their cries always died down, and their tears always dried up. And I always stood there right next to them, attempting to comfort them. I told them that salvation will come, as long as they believe. But no, nothing ever happened. Not even the briefest passing glance. The holy city of Laterano has weathered every storm that came its way. How would a saint sitting in the soft armchair in the sancta that know only to sing the praises of their own dignity know that there exists hardship in the lands beyond? All the hopeless penances, withered consolations, and deafening silences. Do you know how heavily silence weighs on my heart? I seek only an answer. We will never find salvation, will we? Salvation. I often hear this word from the faithful, as though a sort of incomprehensible accidents, as though an ark that will rescue all the drowning. Behold, our grand and glorious Lateran city. It is so splendid and magnificent, solemn and refined, with a perpetual aroma of vanilla and sugar wafting in its air. All of this is a reward for abiding by the laws. All of this is our proof of salvation. Yet this paradise is only a paradise because of the harshness of the wastes beyond. Sorry, I really needed some water. We could have been a star in the barren lands, a torch in the cold night. Don't you dare say I'm wrong. Laterano is not some ancient concept that floats only in scripture. It stands right here and now. Laterano can save everyone. She cannot. And why is that? Because we are only us. Because we are the sancta of Laterano. And they are not us. They conceal. They become disillusioned. They consign. They become disappointed. They struggle. And they hate. They themselves mold and shape their own enemies. A man-eating monster of both lust and disgrace, with the flames of destruction hidden in its heart. Why do you think these lands have seen countless dynasties and nations come and go in the flames of war, while the miraculous Laterano has withstood the test of time? Anduin, they are Inferno itself. And you chose to leave us. You left behind the virtues that shaped us under the stubborn belief that your water could extinguish the flames of Inferno, that your candle could illuminate the night. Why seek my answer? You chose despair for yourself long ago. 3 times I have visited Laterano. For the rest of my life, I wandered the lands beyond. I have met many men and women. I do not need the Laterano Pope to tell me how dark their hearts can get. Yet there is also a ray of light in them, a radiant, blinding light that I can never forget. That I will never forget. I was set ablaze by the light. Perhaps the fire is destined to be extinguished the moment it is first lit, but I could never again return to the eternally radiant Laterano. Yet this perpetual radiance is cold and distant. Laterano's light shines on only a selected few, and its might exists only to protect this image of fabricated glory. In that case, I would rather be the torch that burns by the feet of those who are freezing to death, even if its flame will soon be extinguished. The line is here. Damn, this goes so hard. Anduin, flames are destined to be extinguished. You seek to turn this perpetual light into a flame, and the flame will meet its fate one day. When that happens, there will be no more light, not even a cold and distant one. If you shatter the twin moons in the sky, then those struggling in the cold night will do so in darkness, left only to close their eyes. Light will ultimately become a fantasy, a lie of a dream. Will you call eternal night at kindness? You despise the small size of this paradise. But do you know how hard it is for a small paradise to upon these lands? You scorn its small size, but have you ever considered that there are those who try to live in an honest life? What right do you have to turn this paradise to tinder for that wildest of yours, destined to be put out? This world is hostile to beauty. To allow this beauty to persist forever, do you know how much the Lateran people, countless Laterans, generations of Laterans have had to sacrifice? Anduin, who are you to handily deny all this with a few trivial words? Leave that to Ryan Lab Pope. Simple man who wants to bring light outside the walls and share it with the rest of the world. Preposterous. There are those trying to live an honest life in Laterano, but does that somehow make the lives of those outside any less real? They hold out hope despite their hardships. They follow the scriptures and the laws. They believe that they can change their lives, and they look forward to the rewards for their hard work. Mrs. Balin from the Rock Salt and Sundry store, Deacon Landy of the Tidal Chapel, Little Sager, who ties the ropes in the bells. Tell me, is there anything wrong with their faith, with their hope? Tell me, O great and glorious Apostle Pope Evangelistas XI, the great protector of our paradise and defender of history, why did Rocca Maria deserve to be destroyed? Answers. Questions. So this is the answer that I sought. So this is the question that I wanted to ask. Something has come loose. Something that once had me tied up for so long. Something is roaring, struggling. Yet I feel only at ease, as though I'm bathing under the sulphurous sunlight. The gunshots rang out almost at the same time. The law is carved into each Sanka's flesh and blood, and one must pay a price to break it. Oh shoot, damn, yup. I knew that. There is a bottomless abyss beneath my feet. I've taken that step already. A great force slams me into the wall, and the sculptured relief presses onto my bones, with the statue behind me crumbling to the ground. there is no question that it was the strength of a Patreon firearm. Though Evangelista 11's body is old and frail, he is far stronger than he seems. However, I try my best to open my eyes and make out this figure among the smoke and dust. The old man is still standing in the middle of the basilica, but there is no longer a smile on his face. Imagine if Pope killed Anduin and became Fallen Sancta. Yo. I was gonna say, when did this become a Western suddenly? I mean, it kinda has been, now that I think about it. He looks even older than he did when I stepped into this place. But the halo above his head shines as bright as ever. The law in our flesh and blood, a painful price to pay. Price? Then I realize what the real question here is. The halo above my head is not glowing any darker than it used to. What the heck? I see. Both you and I came out of this unscathed. What a surprise. It's worthy of celebration, though. I was prepared to pay the price. You're a pious follower, Anduin. Perhaps that is because you were not born in Laterano. In Laterano, we do not believe in our faith, do we? We live as part of faith itself. There it is. We Sancta have been its prisoner ever since the very moment the halos above our heads started to glow. It? What exactly is this law that we, the Sancta, believe in? What exactly does it mean to fall? Throughout Laterano's long history, each apostle has had the authority to interpret the commandments and derive from them new rules and decrees, even placing them above all others. Laterano is built upon this law. All Sancta know, violate the rules, the commandments, or the laws, and you must pay the price. The fallen Sancta are no longer connected to all other Sancta. Their Patreon firearms reject them. Fallen Sancta are no longer Sancta. Oh, is that why Mosima doesn't shoot? She uses arts? Is that the reason? Because I was wondering, yeah, if she was a Sancta, why did she didn't use, or why she was a, why she was a caster. Cool detail. Prisoners, yeah. Prisoners to fate, JoJo 5 type beat. Fallen Sancta are no longer Sancta. What is a Sancta? A Sancta cannot point his firearms at another Sancta. That is a commandment, and it is also our instincts, just like how a man cannot bring himself to take a step forward off the ledge of a cliff. Of course there are those who can, and it seems to me you have more than earned the right to speak to that end. What makes me different from her? I told you the commandments are instinct, and I told you the commandments are interpreted. Surely a man of your intellect can tell these statements are mutually exclusive. If the law was constant, then the interpretation that were added over time throughout our ever-changing history could never have been instinct. Correct, but you are calling the wrong premise into question. The law is naturally constant, but our interpretation isn't really as ever-changing as you are making it seem. Interpretation isn't a coincidence, Anduin. Do you understand? You said the old don't have the luxury of possibility. The law is much older than either of us. The apostle does not interpret the law. The law interprets itself. Why do you think the law is capable of this? Take a look at these... Oh, my apologies. I made such a mess here. These structures, statues, stained glass, the exquisite domes and frescoes all around us. Do they seem like they have constructed a particular illusion for us? Do you recall the revelation? If we knew it to be absolutely temporal, even if we deconstructed it into ice-cold, objective logic. Regrettably, man will still shine a spiritual light on it. The law is that I made it the F up. There has only ever been one true law. We are to continue our existence. Hey, who's we? Who are we? Follow me. Ooh. Where are we going? Oh, shoot. I follow the old man into the depths. Everyone knows that the saints of old are buried under the basilica. They are the most knowledgeable and outstanding men and women in Laterano's history. Their brilliant marble statues have no eyes, rendering them blind to those who pass by. Of course we are speaking Gaulish, yeah. We head down. Stella recounting the achievements of the past popes line our path. Among them were the conceited, the noble, and perhaps even the crazed, but not a single one of them ever allowed Laterano to be besmirched. Now, they stand here in silence. No eyes, are they Victorian? Yeah, it turns out it's all sarcasm, it's all Victorian. I mean, it wasn't Victorian territory sarcasm? It used to be sarcasm territory, right? They talked about it before, right? We head down. Yeah. This is where the oldest of saints lie. They were the ones who plucked the sancta out of chaos. They were the embodiment of the virtues of mankind. All of those who came after merely imitated them. The nameplates on which their miracles are described are dim and lightless. Yeah, Terra as a whole was sarcasm, yeah. Ticas, and sarcasm eventually. Right. We head down. I do not know where I am. For as far as my eyes can see, nothing here has never been mentioned in any text or literature. I'm assuming it's ever, yeah. I cannot understand any of this. Text sounds, yeah. For the first, yeah, good point. This should not be part of Laterano. A low humming sound fills the entire space around us. Strangely, I find myself flustered by all this. It is not the answer that I sought. It is not something man is capable of establishing or interpreting. It is not something that interpretation, analyze, debates, or reforms could influence. It is not a matter of whether or not you believe in it, why do you believe in it, or how you believe in it. After all, this is an undisputable existence. In such a manner, it exists. What is Laterano? What are sancta? I see. We are us only because it links us all together. It molds us. It is the criterion upon which all things are based. The path you and I follow was paved by law. The path you and I have trotted both leads to the same destination. It allows you and I to continue making our way forward. You could say it guides us ahead. This is the path it has deemed as correct. Oh, dang. Was that the after? Yeah, it was, right? Yeah. Let's go. Final couple chapters. Here we go. That's why Pope doesn't just kill this guy. To him, they both moving to the same destination. Interesting. Huh. Let me drink a little more water. But yeah, I like that about the Pope. That seems to be actually taking time to hear people out and everything. Let's see. It was a small Iberian town, one that you can't even find on a map or in history books. When people still lived there, it was called Rocamarea. The Bishop of Rocamarea raised a young sancta growing up here, learning here, and enjoying life to the fullest. This was a humble and barren place, but well suited for the asceticism. What the heck? Asceticism. Man. A lifestyle characterized by self-denial and abstaining from worldly pleasures for spiritual or religious purposes.
Asceticism.
Asceticism. Okay. Oops. Suited for the asceticism of a pious life. He was the first pope to ever let a fallen live in the story, after all. He does seem pretty open-minded. Let's see. Except after the profound silence. Life in Iberia was always fragile, no matter how hard people worked. One plague, one famine, or one premeditated infiltration was all it took to bring everything crashing down. To save the hometown that, at the same time, was not his hometown, the Sancta arrived in the holy city of Laterano to ask for any amount of support. The answer he received was simple. You are one of us, but they are not. Wonder the thing joining all Sancta is similar to... I was wondering that, yeah, if it's their civilized turn. Even the Sancta returned to Iberia. That hometown had disappeared. Everything had been completely smoothed over, erased, as if it never existed at all. Like a grain of sand disappearing into the desert, or a drop of water dissolving into the tide. After a long journey, the Sancta returned to Laterano, an emaciated, lost soul. He went to the chapel to seek a canonized bishop, in search of answers or guidance. But even the canonists will remain silent in the face of such a great doubt. On the pew he sat, remaining there from dawn to dusk. Fiammetta. That was the first time I met Anduin. Oh. Oh, we're back. Forget it. I'll pay for it myself. The repair here costs too much. We'll just have to cut back on the afternoon tea and sweets. What? Also, we're just back here? Your Holiness! I heard the sound of fighting coming from the Basilica. Are you alright? What? You were attacked by heretics? I'm sorry, I failed in my duties. Fret not, Paolario. Did you forget who won the Basilica's last arm wrestling tournament? You did? Damn, okay. Pope is yoked? I was just exercising my wrist a bit and ended up causing a bit of an accident. The unrest within the city has already subsided. It was about him anyway, yeah. I had assumed it was Anduin narrating, same. Go, old man, yeah. Yes, they've dispersed. I didn't even get a chance to grill... To grill? Excuse me, can I come in? My apologies, Your Holiness. I'm making a fool of myself. What I meant was, the ones you asked for are here. Please come in, my children. Oh, there they are. Salutations, Your Holiness.
Good day, Your Holiness. I'm Cecilia.
Ah, welcome. You'll have to forgive me for the mess here. As for you two, what sweets do you like with tea? Yeah, I was gonna say, there will be a flashback. Okay, I see. I was wondering that too, like we're not going back to that. Just seeing, you know, the outcome of it. But yeah, okay, good that we are getting something, hopefully.
So you need me to make something?
Let me think. Maybe add a few cubes of sugar into your teacup. Also, perhaps you should add a few more. Some sweetness will mellow out your nerves. Yes.
Your Holiness, if I wanted to leave Laterano, would you let me go?
If I said no, would you obey me?
Maybe not.
Then go. Your Holiness? I'm just a poor old man whose greatest wish is to spend the rest of his life in a soft rocking chair. How could I muster the effort to manage a young girl's travel plans? But Cecilia is... Is what? Do you still think she's some kind of hybrid of angel and devil? A saint who will usher in the revelation? Cecilia is just a little girl who wants to go outside and see the world, is she not? You're still carrying your mama's guardian gun, right?
Ah, I'm sorry. Should I leave it with Mr. Essel? But...
It's fine, my child. The acquisition of a patron firearm is a solemn affair. It is supposed to require a grand ceremony, the presence of a guardian, the approval of a mentor, as well as lots of troublesome paperwork. But you aren't even of age to obtain a guardian gun, so just take it with you quietly.
Is that really okay?
I wouldn't dare say call this my boon to you. Each and every gun is a valuable asset to Laterano. But if this is the only keepsake a child has of her mother, I'm sure no one would oppose that. Take it with you, my child. You may not have the physical ability to pull the trigger and take out a bad guy, but it will always remind you that wherever you go, your journey began in Laterano.
Okay, thank you, Your Holiness.
It seems like, when there's, especially in this interaction, the Pope seems way more Sancta Claus coded, especially. So his response to the Mixed Blood Sancta is, it never happened. Yeah, the Mixed Blood scandal, yeah. Seems to be the case, right? Because he was talking about, about the bells and all that. That's just a miracle, right? Just something that happened, and, there's no explanation to these things and all that. Play it like that. So yeah, one half blood cannot shake the holy city. I guess so. Not yet, anyway, but yeah. Vessel, go with her. Complete your long-term field mission. Just remember to stop by every now and then.
Do I really have the right to do that?
Of course you do. Is this not the choice that you made?
I will do everything in my power to fulfill this mission.
Look after Cecilia as well. Or look after Cecilia well. Alright, now be on your way. Time waits for no man. When you get to be my age, all you think about is taking your next nap.
Mr. Pope, I promise to follow this path to the very end.
Oh? In that case, I will pray for you.
Oh, hi, Philip. Your Holiness, are you satisfied with this outcome?
I got to enjoy some sweets with them. I am satisfied with that.
The man has left, just as you instructed.
Should I have kept him around a bit longer? Maybe a piece of chocolate would have cheered him up.
Your Holiness, you're too soft-hearted.
No, believe. The dream of becoming torches in the cold night is doomed to failure. For all of us. But serving a functionary a hot cup of tea, that's something we can always do. This world is hostile to beauty. May those who reject this aphorism find success. It is time for us to move on to our next task as well. Now that the riots have subsided, let's convene the foreign envoys. The revelation is clear. I will do what I must. When you just go to Europe at some point of adopting a little girl, yeah. Is that cookies and table? No. Oh, was it in the table? I didn't pay much attention to the background. Dang. He's kinda owl coded. The Pope. Yeah. Okay, now who it is, I don't know. I often think back to what happened that night. At first, it was just an ordinary cleanup mission. Just another group of circus raiders. We tracked them down as they made their escape and came upon this place. Unusual, but there were no signs of hostility. Traces of those men locked in their own time. I received that emergency request for aid. I left you. I abandoned you. The distress signal wasn't from very far away. The round trip would be half a day at most. I even rushed back early. Is it Gameta? Oh yeah. The revelation is clear, says a man who define what the current revelation will be meant. Yeah. I guess, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what he's saying, right? It is clear, because I said so, pretty much. I remember the model texture of the tiles under my feet. I remember the sensation of cold rain falling on my face. I remember your black horns, and your tightly closed eyes. And Anduin, who had gone missing. But it was just a cleanup mission.
It was just another cleanup mission. Why did it have to happen like that? Why did it all go wrong? If I had never left, if I had stayed there, if I had been with you, will none of that have happened? At least it wouldn't have been. That by the time I arrived, everything was set in stone. It couldn't be undone. It's an awful feeling, truly unbearably awful. That the only thing I could do was watch. I should have been there to shoulder the burden alongside all of you. Excuse me. That's not true, Fiametta. You don't have to shoulder anyone's burden. No, that's my choice. I don't care what power he was lusting after, what secrets he was trying to uncover, what answers he was trying to find. I don't care about his ideals, his lofty cause, who he redeemed or who he guided. I will not forgive him. Not because of my beliefs, not because of Laterano, not because of the Pontifica cohorts, and not even the time that I've lost. I will not forgive him because... Anduin, you betrayed the people who trusted you. Oh hey, just walked in. Ah, my old friends. How come you're here in one piece? How come even His Holiness can't... How come? How come you're asking me that again? The path was never there in the first place. What good does it do? What good does it do groping around in the nothingness? Is this your penitence? Penitence? No, I have nothing to repent. Where can I repent? There is no light, no path. Those who suffer must continue to suffer. Those who grieve must continue to grieve. It was pretty chill. There is no salvation, no paradise. This is Laterano, and it is the only thing that belongs to us. If the light has always been a lie. No, not a lie. It's real, but not as we wished. There has never been a light, let alone illumination. What are you babbling about, Anduin? Have I given up? Why would I be here if I had given up? With a barrier this thick, how am I supposed to embrace them? How am I supposed to embrace them? Maybe I am nothing more than a swindler peddling false hope who deceived myself into believing it. I don't understand. What is its judgment? Where does it want me to go? Its very presence has already blocked my path. He's narrating checked completely. Yeah, he's like... He was looking for his guide and... Well, he didn't necessarily found it, but he found something that... I guess lost him even more. Where shall I find my path? Yeah, there we go. He crashed out, yeah. Anduin, wake up! Look who's standing in front of you! Who? Ah, Fiametta. Why are you losing your mind again? Where did your honey tongue go? Your righteous air? Have you lost your spine? Anduin Dorixi has stopped working, yeah. How am I supposed to convict the husk of a man? Of a madman? Take a good look at who's standing in front of you. I'm in Laterano, Fiametta. I'm above the Basilica. I'm glad to see you all again. No, I'm not glad at all. And then Golden God told him, dude, just stop, yeah. Are you trying to get in the way? You still dare to get in my way? Apologize, Anduin. Right now. Get on your knees and apologize to Mostima and Lemoine. Well, Lemoine isn't here, so... Anyway. Do you think you did nothing wrong? I have made countless mistakes. You're still pretty damn smug, aren't you? God forbid. Literally. Listen up, Anduin. I don't give a damn what your beliefs are, nor do I care if all your beliefs have gone to crap. Oh, here we go. Lemon forgave you. Mostima forgave you. Evangelista 11 forgave you. Even if all of Laterano forgives you, I will not. I'm so sorry, Fiametta. I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. If I had the chance, I'd probably do the same thing all over again. Are you for real? You'd say that in front of Fiametta? And right now, you're not... Very good, Antoine. Take out your gun. You know that won't accomplish anything. You think I care about accomplishing something? Whatever that means. You think that if I kill you right here, Lemon gets 8 years of her life back? Or that Mostima gets the whole rest of hers? Okay, she's just going off, I guess. Accomplishing something. I want revenge for the sake of getting my damn revenge. So you get that, Antoine? Are you so completely obsessed, Fiametta? So what if I am? I'll say it one more time, Antoine. Take out your gun. Here we go. Yeah, I remember hearing that at least one of those was like one of the oldest swear words or something like that. There he is. The martyr, huh? Oh yeah, let's check the EX stages. Is it... which one would it be? Would it be the second to last? Nope. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Aren Legatus. There you go. But I guess, yeah, is it supposed to be, yeah, the same type of enemy as this one? Interesting. Wait, did they... It's no longer Saba? Wait, what? Oh. Weird, yeah. Was it in another stage or was it in the EX stages? Nope, not yet. Was it in one of the other events then? Or in a... what do you call it? In a CC maybe? Or was it the... It used to be the straight up... What do you call it? So he got nerfed? What happened? Actually, can't believe they put that in. His stat got dropped to A. Interesting. Sava. That's an extremely crass verse from a Latin poet. Oh, I see. Yeah, but they did the research as usual. Yeah, as with all good events, they did the research. She chose the worst time to have a conflict. She really did. I don't know what she's cooking, but I guess let's see it through. Mostima's face was so done. More like S is now higher, so he ranks drop. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's the whole thing with the letters, right? Interesting. Okay, I was about to go into the fight. After, let's do it. So yeah, now it's like an average thing. Like now S is higher, so yeah, it became A+. Interesting. Alright, Andoin, what are we cooking? Are we dying or what are we doing? Obsession, is it? This is your obsession. What's wrong with a little obsession? I don't care if it's irrational, meaningless, or futile. When I make up my mind to do something, I do it. Why do you think we fight? Those empty platitudes of yours, did you think they weren't a form of obsession too? Why are each of us here, if not for our obsessions? A shot rings out. However, the target was not Antoine. Before he realizes it, his gun had left his hand. Dang. But he feels at ease, for his gun will forever remain in Laterano. He may never say it, but how can anyone help but love Laterano? Those peaceful days, those joyful times, those happy moments. But because of this love, he has had regrets, guilt, shame, and doubts. He may never become a true Lateran. But in this moment, when he thinks about his gun staying here forever, at this very moment, under the glare of the faces looking at him, a kind of peace floats to the surface, like a bubble, then pops. He abandons his patron arm. He walked 10,000 miles on the path of fate and doubt, from one path to the next. He thought he was wandering the wilderness, far from his roots. But perhaps this was not true, in more ways than one. He whispered a word of gratitude. No one will ever hear it, not in the past, present, or future. But it was enough.
Just like Lapland's bid farewell to our family. Oh yeah. Finally. I thought maybe you had dozed off. Come on, cut me some slack. It's hard finding a good sniping vantage point. This is it, Antoine. Hands up. Here. Out of obsession. Watch out! Oh, what? How does he still have enough strength left for hearts? How will one find salvation alone? No, not salvation, but a life with dignity. You come before me because of your sense of justice, and I arrived here because of mine. It comes to myth, to obsession, to the ultimately futile crossing. The path was always beneath my feet. Why do we place our hopes on salvation? What we have done is not for the sake of salvation, but to save ourselves. Have you come to your senses, Anduin? Then look me in the eye. I felt like I was shooting a target dummy. I'll walk my own path, whether this is my mission or not. I must thank you, Fiammetta. You're welcome. I'll be sure to tell your friends about this epiphany at your funeral. As for right now, you're... Oh. I'm afraid it's not yet time for that. I still have a use for him. Oh, hello? Somebody blew up one of the support beams. We need to go. Who the... Oh, Aren, okay. The explosion was approved. I personally submitted the application and stamped it myself. Aren, why you? Hello. What are you doing, Aren? Is this what you came to do? Well, cat's out of the bag. Go on, Antoine. I'll find you later. Fiammetta, Mostima, perhaps we'll meet again. Wheresoever that may be, let us hold on to our obsessions. For as you say, they are why we exist. Okay. Dang. Laterano will always be Laterano, yep. Pretty fitting that, yeah, how we started is how we ending that conflict. Please, miss, I must ask you to come down from the signboard. I'll have to call the guards if you don't comply. But while we're at it, I just have to know. How on Terra did you get up there with a wheelchair? Where there's a will, there's a way. What the heck? Anduin, Pope, we have to help people outside of Laterano too. Pope, let's him peep the horror. Anduin, understandable. Have a nice day. That's such a good recap of what just happened. That sums it up. That dust cloud. That's pretty much it, yeah. The dust cloud. Another explosion? There's been too many of those lately. It's starting to seem more like a fireworks show than a conference. Excuse me, could you give me a hand? Sometimes it's easier to get up than to get down. Nice. Man, so excited for the next event. Oh, Angry Ambassador. You must be joking. What is wrong with Laterano's crisis management? That explosion damaged my collection. I demand an explanation. The Lateran bells are ringing for the first time in 1,000 years? Was this prepared by His Holiness as a special welcome for us? Being with you barbarians is too much to bear, if not for my respect for His Holiness' side. Tell the cook to prepare dinner. I refuse to attend another Lateran banquet. Oh, hello. Can these people really bring change? Most of them are opportunists at best. Yes, that is something that only Laterano can do. Laterano, the city of miracles, forever fair and just. Your Holiness, I will pray for us. Rare to see you so nervous, Velim. I am too old for parlor tricks. All I can do is to keep walking as far as I can. Your Holiness, the broadcast is ready. Thank you. Let my words and deeds honor my name and title. There was a great debate of let's bring torch outside and share it. I will not change the eternity of Laterano over 100 years of golden age. Yeah, it was a good debate. It was really interesting. Greetings, honored guests. I am Evangelista 11, and I welcome you on behalf of Laterano. We are facing a great challenge, one that threatens not just Laterano, but all nations across Terra. As you know, our countries are built on the barracks of nomadic cities. Indeed, the advent of such cities established the very concept of the modern nation-state. In the past, a state was simply a gathering of people with similar lifestyles, huddled together for safety in the face of catastrophe. National borders were simply whatever lay within their sights. This all changed with the birth of nomadic cities. As is the human condition, conflict began to arise as these states interacted with each other. Perhaps even the word conflict is an understatement. I saw the fall of Gaul with my own eyes. The capital of the world fell overnight. Armored battleships went silent, and the old vanguard of Gaul was reduced to ash. But it was more than Gaul that fell that night. It was the fall of civilization itself. All the might of the Gaulish emperor and his legions could not save an empire that once stood proudly as the center of all lands. What then could possibly preserve our own civilization, that the people of Terra have painstakingly built, piece by piece, under the dark cloud of catastrophe? Laterano gave much for the war that engulfed the entire continent. Our messengers crossed both the wilderness and the royal courts, building Laterano's reputation. The Sancta heard your calls for peace. But our lands had seen too many shades of this so-called peace, pulling in the dark corners of castles, palaces, and tents. We've seen the birth of secrets, meant only to benefit a selected few, that lie in wait to undermine peace and order when least expected. The old walls of conquest may be a distant memory, but in their place we have tacit understandings and secret dealings that determine the fates of lives and nations from out of sight. Today, though, revelation has come. It is my hope that the process of building peace be transparent from the very start, that we all reject sacred agreements between the few. There are questions that anyone who does not cling to the past, anyone who is concerned about the future of this land, should be asking. How do we ensure the survival of civilization? How many people are endangered when peace is threatened? What does safety for one country mean for the safety of other countries? Civilization is key to survival. Peace is something to be shared with others, not hoarded for oneself. As such, I call for the establishment of an accord of mutual assurance between nations. We have far more common interests than many would imagine. Terra must stand together or fall together. Interesting. Was great fate. Your call for peace, but of course. The fall of Gaul was the fall of civilization itself. Victorian Lithuanian nurses and voice whistles nervously. Yeah, like, oh yeah, it for sure was. Who did that? Whose idea was that? Because he was like, yes, can we have this, but 100 times more? Yup. Let's see. There we go. Evangelista 11's speech on March 18th, 1099, later known as the Lateran Declaration, is quoted on the first page of every edition of the International Summit Handbook. Oh, nice. That was cool. That was like, you know, in analog horror, when in the description they have the, like, researchers note that, you know, this happened in which date. You know. Monument Mythos, I guess they did a lot. It reminded me of that. Dang, we are witnessing history. So cool. Iris. The iris fields outside the Ecclesia Requietum are gentle in the breeze. They rustle like a farewell, like soft song. It's crazy that it's been about 3 years and we're still in 1099, so this event is still on forefront. Yeah, it's crazy. If anything, we're only now catching up, right? So crazy. Oh, this is again. I was treating this like a holiday in Laterano. Never thought something like this will happen. Here is a theocracy too, so why couldn't we have done this? Laterano is much more influential. The Legati were all part of the Apostles' plan. We simply don't have that sort of foundation. Influence, eh?
It's only after leaving Kierak that I learned how troublesome influence can be. Pretty amazing how Insiodi's managed to negotiate with our neighboring countries all on his own. The Saint's influence is on the rise too. We have our own. The Saint's influence is on the rise too. We have our own advantages. But do you really think that the Lateran Pope is? Do you really think what the Lateran Pope is talking about is possible? I don't know. I can't imagine a world where all the nations are so tightly entwined with one another. It sounds like a dream, or maybe a nightmare. Yeah, I thought it was Silver Ash. Gotcha. Good to know for sure, though. But no one can ignore the miracle that happened that day, or the Pope's speech. Those are other events that I would like to read. Break the Ice and Sylvanhurst. Yeah. That'll be nice. I don't know which one should be next, if that, or maybe we do another Lateran event. Could be cool. Kierak events are very engaging. Cool, yeah. Let's read them. But no one can ignore the miracle that happened that day, or the Pope's speech. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. I forgot what it was called, yeah. Garden something, right? Yeah, that could be nice to keep the trend of, what do you call it, Sanctine, Lateran, and, well, I guess also connect to, what's it called? The Twin Towers. Man, I can't even forget, I can't even remember anymore. What's it called? Well, Laterano event. Or Lethanian event, I mean. Will be nice to finish it for a big Laterano event in 3 months. Yep, hopefully. Hopefully. I mean, it will be nice to. That's why I'm thinking we focus on that for the time being. Because, yeah, we got some big stuff coming up. We'll see. But, yeah. Is Laterano really the blessed city? What did the Sancta think of all this, SL? Huh? Well, it was stunning. Feared as much. Apparently the bell has not rung for thousands of years. So what will happen to Laterano now? Perhaps not all that much. From what I know of the Laterans, or maybe it's the same everywhere. Turning points in history don't always seem as important at the time. That's true, I guess. Makes sense. But we do perceive that change is happening. And we'll take up our own duties and responsibilities. Well said, brother. You can leave us here. We have a car on the way. Thank you. No problem. Cardinal Veliv is at a hospital not far from here. I'll be reporting back to her directly. Please give her our thanks. As long as you're satisfied. Those were her instructions. Nothing gets past her, huh? Say, can you take a photo of me and my husband? Sure. Nice. How is that? You're a pretty good photographer. Thanks. You're welcome. See ya. Hey, Fiumetta. Do you feel like your steps are heavier than usual? Where is this coming from? You don't feel a weight on your shoulders after what His Holiness said? Get to the point. Well, I'm thinking I'm due for a career change. I'm not really cut out for a job with too much responsibility. And you seem like just the girl to take my... in your dreams. Good afternoon. Long time no see, SL. It's only been 2 weeks. Are you on a mission? An errand on behalf of Cardinal Veldev. I was just about to report back to her. This is my final task in Laterano. Not bad. Once you've seen the world, you'll realize how boring this place is. There aren't as many great deserts out there, but life is about more than just enjoyment, don't you think? So you're going to meet with Veldev? Where is she? Stebono Central Hospital. Let's go together then. We're headed the same way. We'll see this to a lot in Kierak. Looking forward to it. Let's see. Have you made up your mind? Yes, I have. I thought you'd need to mull it over a little longer. I just felt that I can't be the only one standing still, while everyone has already taken the next step. And I have nothing to add. I'm glad you accepted. It's wonderful to have someone like you join us, times being what they are.
Oh, hello. Hello.
I knew you'd be here, Philip. How did you...
We ran into Esso. The emissaries from Kirak have reached their destination.
Good work. But don't leave just yet. I've got another task I could use your presence for.
Understood.
See you next week, Lemon. See ya.
She taken up another of the... Yeah. Have you decided to join the 7th Tribunal, Lemon?
Already on the job.
It won't be easy over there, after this conference.
Don't you think we're a match made in heaven, though?
I suppose.
You've all chosen your paths. It's about time for me to think about what I can do, too. Speaking of, I was just talking to Fiametta about quitting my job as delegata.
Too much trouble?
I mean, with the old man, I can already see the trouble waiting in the future. But you're not getting away that easily, Mostima. You answer to me now. Oh, here's your first job. Bring this letter to Elle. Can I say no? Nope. Deliver it to her personally.
Unemployment is sounding more appealing by the second. That's another great line.
Quit it with the lame excuses. And there's my old taskmaster.
You won't keep up.
How can you be so sure?
Don't pretend that you don't need this job.
You're looking for an answer, aren't you?
Join Lapland, yeah.
I'm not Anduin.
I didn't say you were. But you have a choice to make about who you are. And to find that answer, one must have journeyed far enough.
So how does it feel to be right, though? So how does it feel to be seen right through, Mostima? Sounds like you don't even need a halo to.
This is my own path, then.
You shouldn't follow me, Fiametta.
You think the world revolves around you?
We just so happen to be taking the same road.
I have his gun. If he still sees himself as Sancta, he'll be back for it. Then he'll pay for what he did. And you'll help me.
Fine. By the way, the astray we're caught in this... Oh, the astray that we're caught in the city have been set free.
Is that His Holiness' will?
Uh-huh.
His mercy is none of my business.
I thought you might say something like that. Oh, and you'll be dispatched to Rhodes Island under the agreement with the Notarian Hall through the 5th Tribunal.
You mean the pharmaceutical company that Mostima and Lemon work part-time at?
Where is this coming from? Philip wants to deepen our cooperation. You're as good as anyone for the role.
Wow, they even made it make sense that the unit becomes recruitable, right? Because this was the event where her banner first happened, right? So it actually makes sense in the story, kind of like in Lingering Echoes, right? That happens too, and yeah, they just kind of stopped worrying about that later on, but that's so cool. Rhodes Island mention, heck yeah. This is Blade Thunderbolt with Mostima Altair once she chooses who she is. Yep, I'm looking forward to that. Because yeah, there seems to be a lot of setup for it. Surprised it hasn't happened yet, like before Exu Alter. You'd think Mostima Alter will be a higher priority. Well, yeah.
But he wants to deepen our cooperation. You're as good as anyone for the role. Plus, we have a good track record with them. You shall be well supported.
Alright.
Oh, by the way, I have some really good news for you. You get to choose from one of 3 codenames for the next mission.
Do we really have to keep this farce now that you're on liaison? You're what? Now that you're our liaison.
We only used a temporary name in the first place because there's no clear role for keeping tabs on her.
I've had enough of these monthly name changes.
Didn't you like Shimmer and Vigil? What was it you said? They finally come up with a decent name?
Shut up.
Hey, nice flowers. Hate to break it to you, but the tradition of changing your title has become a rule unto itself. Just accept it. Here are your choices: Void Gourmet, Wasteland Pilot, or Dawn Destroyer.
I was gonna say Dawn Destroyer is pretty cool.
Man, your tastes are so easy to guess.
I told you to shut up already. Oh. Alright. Oh, hi Aren.
You're awake?
Luck has really not been on my side lately.
What's wrong? Getting bed sores from too much lying down?
Oh, forget I said anything. Huh? Eso.
I wanted him to see what happens to those who come close to betraying Laterano.
Stop bullying the kid, Valib. Bird is thoroughly roasted, yep.
Are you implying that I'm not young myself?
Sorry.
You're no longer a legatus.
If that's the price I must pay, then
And you're still my subordinate.
it's a heavy one.
You talk a big talk, Aren. Let's see what you learned in Victoria.
Does that mean you need me to do things my way?
Remember that question you asked? I can answer it now. I have no interest in being a woman of integrity. But I respect those who have worked hard to earn the title.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Was that intended for me as well? Of course. Treasure the opportunity you'll be given with Cecilia. Don't ever let me know what influence you will have on Laterano.
You don't want her returning here?
If I didn't, why would I waste time crafting an identity for her?
Hmm.
Other than, well, compassion, and the fact that she still has potential value that outweighs her risks.
Trust me, there is no harm in getting this sort of candid promise. I understand.
No need to be nervous. I'm simply expressing Laterano's sincerity. If you two ever get tired of traveling, Laterano will be there. Her doors will be open.
Just to put it all in perspective, in this event there was no villain, no one died, no one was exiled, and no one is about to. Just a day in Laterano, yeah! I was gonna comment that at the end. Not classic Arknights, yeah. Truly a city of peace. Yeah, I guess the mom died, right, by of illness, and is what, kicked off the entire thing. That's how I feel. That's been my criticism in some other events, that it feels, and I guess that they didn't do that. Well, I mean, I guess characters did die in the pirate event. But yeah, like in the Jessica Alter event, it almost felt, or yeah, in other events, it kind of felt like they had to kill someone off or something, and yeah, if it doesn't make sense, if it makes sense, it is what it is, but for the, writing wise, but if it doesn't, this was a great event, and yeah, none of that happened. So yeah, it was really challenging. It was like Arknights nerfed in a way. And yeah, this is so cool.
Come in, Federico.
Cardinal Veliv, here are the past 2 years of records regarding the activities of the former legatus Aren Argiolas.
Thank you, Executor Federico.
Just in case. There is reason to believe that Executor Richel may be his accomplice. Should I summon him?
No need. He'll only claim to have been tricked by an old classmate. Now won't he, Aren?
Remind me never to pick a fight with you again.
I'll let Richel be, for now. But I would like to speak with him through you, when it's convenient. You don't have a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all.
Then the two of them have been dealt with for the moment, Executor Federico.
Hold on, Federico. What is it? I've been thinking. Couldn't have been easy to deduce that it was Fiora who meddled with the circus, just from a few sentences in a journal. Why were you so obsessed? Couldn't have been easy to deduce, yeah. Who were you seeking? Arturia. Arturia, huh? Arturia?
The wanted criminal?
What exactly is your relationship with her? A distant relative. Seriously, man. If I could stand right now, I'd be dragging you to the nearest bar. I don't have time. You do, because I happened to run into an infamous fugitive a few years back by the name of Arturia. Wait, calm down, Valiv. I wasn't looking for her. It was just a coincidence. Seriously, I like to think of myself as a veteran, but just thinking back on that experience sends a shiver down my spine. Where did you see her? 3 years ago, in Lithanian. Oh, there you go. Obsession is what we live for, yep. Well, casually making double spice, yeah. Better see, no one have to die yet, yeah. For this time around.
Mr. Essel.
Cecilia.
Richel. The paperwork is in order. She's now free to leave Laterano.
Thank you, Richel. Just doing my job. You know where you're going, right?
Well, we'll meet up with Federico and join a company by the name of Rhodes Island under our cooperation agreement. Apparently it's more convenient this way, since we'll be spending a lot of time outside. Good, I've already contacted them. But you're still an executor of the Notarial Hall. Missions will be issued to you through Rhodes Island when it's inconvenient for you to return. That said, I have a hunch that your journey with her will go smoothly. You might find out you're looking for sooner than later. And my hunches are usually right. Thanks? Aren and Richelle look very old-timey. They do, yeah. I hadn't thought of Aren, but yeah, Richelle's design definitely does. The hair especially. I'll be going then. Goodbye, Cecilia, and the color scheme, in some ways. Bye-bye, Mr. Richelle. Achoo! Yikes, I'm getting a hunch that something bad's gonna happen. Richelle is an eccentric one too. Hey, wait, how did he know that we were looking for something? What's wrong, Mr. Essel? Nothing. Is there anything else you want to say before we go? The girl lets go of the young Sanctus' hand and walks to the center of the flower field. I'm leaving Laterano, Mama. But I'm not running away. I'm gonna find Papa on my own and tell him what you said. I wanna see the outside world for myself. I wanna see Castle. I'm happy, Mama. Now, just like before. Please, watch over me. Can I pick a white flower? Of course. Thank you. Oh. You want to take this flower? Uh-huh. Fresh flowers won't last long. I can press it for you. Will you teach me? I want to learn for myself. Thanks, Mr. Essel. Huh? I'm the one who should be thanking you. Huh? Is that... Oh, hi, Annoying. Yeah, the Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. There'll be so many people waiting for continuation of this. A saint seeking to visit Castle. Yeah, that is really interesting. Didn't they make a manga of them in like a beach episode or something like that? I don't remember. She even has her own gun, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, it does seem to be setting up for the Executor Altar event, so we should definitely follow with it. Patia, are you really coming with me? Of course. I was thinking you could stay here. Laterano doesn't have what I'm looking for. What is it, Patia? Excuse me, that was out of line. But did you just smile? Not to say that you don't normally, it's just that, well, something seems different. For many years, I thought we walked alone in the wilderness. I was arrogant and immature. Did you hear the old man's speech? I heard the second half when it woke me up. It was being broadcast all over the city, loudly. Evangelista, the patron saint of sacrifice and unity. Perhaps he will go ever further than the 10 who took that name before him. What a grand yet fragile vision, but one upon which I offer my blessings. What did you learn that day? It's not important, Patia. Not so important anyway. Even if there is no reward waiting at the end of the journey, the act of continuing onward is, in itself, carrying the torch. Therefore, I will continue onward. We do not trade for blessings, nor for pity. We walk the path that we believe in. Because it is the only way to live with dignity, is it not? We shall depart, Guide, before the sun sets. Let us go, my brothers and sisters. The girl of mixed blood sees the leader take the first step. The setting sun illuminates the halo on his head like a crown. She recalls the stories of the saint that her mother will tell her, and the word that her mother placed so much emphasis on. She does not fully understand its meaning or its symbolism. For some reason, though, it comes to mind when she sees that faraway figure. For some reason, though, yeah. Martyr. What are you looking at, Cecilia? No, nothing. The sunset is beautiful.
Martyr's music played, yeah. Whoever wrote it, though, it was clearly preparing to write a book. Yeah, it was just... They absolutely killed it. Man. The girl looks about her at the flowers, at the church, at the statue, and the bell tower. So far away now. She takes the young Sanctus' hand, and the two of them begin to walk into the distance. Her steps are slow, but she does not look back. Cool, yep. Clap it up. This was a banger. What a good event. Holy crap. Man. Yeah, no flashback, I guess. Maybe later, maybe in the Executor Altar event or something. Or in Swilling's there is a scene of the Pope with law. I forgot exactly what it says. Is it here? What the? Yeah. I think at the very end. Oops. Yeah, I guess it could be next event. And I think this is just a goodbye, maybe? Yeah, because it's that when they meet up. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Don't miss how long this event was. Yeah, no, that was great. That was a really good event. Nope, Hibiscus Altar. Now that we finally have her. Nope, still this. Viviana also. Huh. Yeah, it was really good. I think if anything, like if I could nitpick like something, I feel like if it was a longer event, there would have been a chance to flesh like some scenes out. Even just like the funeral part was the only part that felt like, and suddenly we are here, right? Okay, yeah, it might be here. Oh yeah. After this, I think. Yeah, some scenes where they suddenly cut and we were like, oh yeah, suddenly we're in the next part. Whatever happened. Hi, Fremont. Hi, Ermengarde. Yeah, but again, that's just a nitpick. It really wasn't needed because the story just kept moving forward, right? It kept guiding ahead. And so yeah, oh, there we go, yeah. I kind of skipped that, yeah, because it made like it like opens up and then it showed this. So yeah, I don't know if that's what you were thinking of, Gold. Yeah, special comments is over. Further analyze Sterling's turn. Oh my gosh, so much text. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah, we saw this. The moment that Angie Burb came to crash the funeral, though, with the anime, that will be wild. I mean, that was cool, yeah, that moment. Oh, you were thinking this image? Okay. It might be this, or unless they have shown it in the past. Yeah, that sound effect. That simulation failed. Laterano, synchronized outbreak. Oh, suitable personnel, right? Interesting. But at the time of reading, when Antoine was on the continuum, there was nothing holy and something. Yeah. Something leaked, yeah. yeah, some kind of technology. Right, because it's like, yeah, it's running all these scenarios. Let's say, yeah, threat level maximum, disaster unknown, path simulation failed, lateral synchronized outbreak. Something was revealed, the Fed just learned from hidden secret of the world, yeah. I think that's everything. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait for next time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the last interaction. Yeah. Pretty cool, I will say. Yeah, the ending was pretty cool. Like how it's like, oh, by the way, yeah, you can long press for that. Yeah. Burb. A lot of themes, Essel with his duty versus conscience, Fumeta and Hera, I don't have a halo, shut up. Or with his wake the hell up, Anduin asking what is Sancta into the debate. Yeah, it was really, really cool. They really killed it with that. I'm surprised. You said that was the first event that you played through, Go? Like, then they really picked at the first event that you read. Because, yeah, that is peak Arknights writing, for sure. We have read many events, you know, ups and downs. And yeah, just like Il Sirakusano, I think that's like... That has joined the... This is, you know, peak. This is what Arknights writing in its best can be. What does it say recommend? Just like that, so you read them in order or something? I guess. But yeah, next up, we won't read this yet. I would love to read it, but... Next up, we should read... Oh, Hortus de Escapismo. There we go. What is Sancta? Miserable pile of empathy. Have at you. Prisoners of our fate, yeah. We welcome it into the Pantheon. Heck yeah. Yeah, so I think next up we should read this one. Oh, there's a description. Do they always have descriptions? Like, I mean, obviously all this, but when the event first shows up, is there any place to read the description? Or is it just like for people who are, you know, playing this after the fact and like trying to catch up on what the event is, what the deal with the event is? Maybe even get an idea of like, oh yeah, we should probably read previous stuff before that. Let's see. After 60 years of silence, Sanctilaminum Ambrosi sends out a cry for help. Paradise is stranded in the Barrens, and order teeters on the brink of destruction. It can take years to establish a true friendship, yet the collapse of trust can happen in seconds. The pious have no choice but to renounce their fate, and the innocent must take on sin and plead mercy. The young saint asks himself, how do you collect suffering if it was not caused by error? Interesting. Pope also surmised it nicely. Sancta is the connection, and if you cut out, you are no longer Sancta. Right. It's pretty much a back cover description and a DVD box. It is that kind of vibe, right? With this picture and everything. That is the vibe. That's fun. So yeah, I guess we should begin reading that next up. It is longer, it seems, right? Because there is this intermission. Yeah, I guess it's just this extra intermission. I don't know how much longer it is in terms of lines and everything. But yeah. Well, actually, next week, I mentioned I wanted to take breaks between reading streams. And so next week, I think I wanted to finally, per content update, per suggested, I think we should finally go into a reclamation algorithm. Yeah. Just to see what the deal is. Yeah, I have this one going on. I don't know for how long I've had it. But yeah, I think that's what we should do next week. As a bit of a break, like I said, from reading. I will say, not next week, but the week after, I am planning to take a break from the channel, but from streams specifically. I'm still planning to get an episode of Rain World somewhere there, but yeah, I'm taking a break, so it's gonna be good that, you know, we don't start reading an event and then I take the break and then we continue later. It's good that, you know, we do a stream where we play through this and then I take the break and then we go back to reading, you know. So yeah. Wait, we're saying an about the event? Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. At least I want to have an idea of what I'm doing, but Virgon offered to help out. So yeah, hopefully it will go well. Having a relaxing summer, blasphemy. Sorry, you know, it's gonna take a short bit. Yeah. So yeah, Thursday gonna continuing art streams. And then, oh yeah, now I'm gonna start posting videos of Rain World on Saturdays. So yeah, that's when I'm gonna post that. And yeah, because then next week we're gonna begin this, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. It is a little early, but I think it is a good time to, yeah, get some rest. Unless there's anything else that we should check out.
Welcome home, Doctor.
I think we could call it for now. We got all the pools that we wanted this time in this one. I guess we'll see if, you know, the free pools are luckier. Oh yeah, before I forget, let me start at least to E1 Evan Holtz. Oh no, he's already E1. Well, let me level him a little more. Yeah, because I don't have that much LMD, but I do need it. I do want to at least, yeah, remind that I'm trying to build him.
A very fascinating recording. Oh,
Maybe that'll be enough. Does
I
it
don't
show
say
up
that with
here?
irony.
No.
nobody
Too
ever
many
thought
casters
to buy
E2.
videotapes for Graf Urtica save for himself. And he couldn't leave the spire.
I really wanna. Okay, I have an idea for the. Yeah, for the Delicious in Dungeon collab. But yeah, I don't know if I'll let y'all know now or wait for. Yeah, just tease it, I guess. I guess, yeah, there was a region in the collab event that these characters went to, and there is an IS that takes place in that region. So I'm thinking we take that, we take them back to it, and, you know, have them overcome that challenge, I guess. That's kind of the idea that I have. Obviously not, you know, for any time soon, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Did your patron understand the two fellow doctors? Agreed. Another one with arbitrary level, yeah. That will be fitting, right? Right? That's what I'm thinking. So yeah. In the meantime, I guess I'll be building them. Because yeah, it probably won't be anytime soon, but maybe one of the times that we take breaks. Although I do want to keep making progress in IS. I want to keep raising that difficulty, because I haven't... All the times that I've been playing... Well, first of all, most times we haven't been, you know, winning it, but... yeah, I completed this one. But the one that we won was a storyteller list, I believe, and ending 2. I mean, obviously, yeah, I want to get all the endings as well. Before we continue. Oh yeah, we also need to read the Nymph event, right? So, man. It's a lot. But, yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we haven't been leveling up. Why am I not? Why is he not telling me the... Oh, there we go, yeah. Yeah, I've reached up to 8. Just replaying through ending 1 and occasionally ending 2. So yeah, that's what I've been doing in my chill time. Pretty much. Reading never stops. Heck yeah. So yeah. Should keep leveling up. I'm mostly getting the endings is what I would like to do together on stream. But yeah. Reading is Aren's Curse of the Sarcas. It really is. In RA, we create a lot of us, 7 weaker units work nicely. Oh, okay. I like, yeah, this type of events that let you, yeah, try out weaker units. That is nice. It never stops, indeed. Only on 5. Yeah, I've been on that grind. I saw that. Oh, speaking of, yeah, the emulator that I've been using. I found it because of the current tournament, what's it called? The Bingo Lookout from Lungmen Dragons. I've been watching it. And so yeah, that kind of inspired me to continue leveling up. So yeah, for the time being, maybe some training arc at one point, mayhaps. Yep. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you can see the... This Lungman, yeah. You can see that's the emulator I'm using. Yeah, it does seem like it was... I mean, it didn't crash. But I guess we'll still have to give it a couple more tries, just to be sure. But hey, so far, worked pretty well. So, that's good. With all that said, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I think that's it for now. Like I said, I'll see you on Thursday for more story... Oh, not story reading, what? For art stream. Really looking forward to continuing the Tallulah module. But yeah, either way, I guess I'll just leave it with this BGM. Thank you once again for watching. Bless Longman, yeah. Thanks for the stream. This was a really cool event. Yeah, it really was. Really enjoyed it. How all the themes came together was so cool. But anyway, yeah, good pulls everyone on the remaining of the banner. Hope you get what you want. With all that said, oh yeah, I said the remaining free pulls. There's only one free pull left, right, for tomorrow? Because next one is gonna be in the morning, so I don't think it will replenish. But anyway, with all that said, I'm Aren, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Take care. Yep, there's only one less. Hopefully it's a good one. They're gonna send him. I don't know. I'll be sure to let y'all know whatever happens. Anyway, take care, y'all. Thank you for being here.